All right, we're here with the Iron Serpents to play Curse of Strahd Session 11, and holy moly, what a session 10 was last time. In way of recap, just gonna oh, here's my introduction screen. Let me get this correct. That should come across pretty good. So yeah, session 11, which I have named The Strange Appearance of Professor Rudolph van Richten. And last session, Nico had been quite well. Let's just take a step back. Session 9, you meet the Baron, you meet Isaac, you meet some of these key players in Valaki. You head back across town and are attacked by a group of cultists. The cultists were interested in Disdain because he has devil's blood. He's a tiefling, therefore he looks like a devil, and one of his progenitors must have been a devil because that's in his DNA. And they wanted to extract his blood and use it for something. And you guys defended your party member, were able to chase off the woman that was leading that group. You had a single survivor of that group, and I'm just going to summarize and say you guys executed him in a way, and in a way that might have caught certain people's attention, but that's neither here nor there. And the guards show up in last session. That's how we started last session. And Nico Torrada, our Vistani bard, is the one that kind of answered their questions, but he forgot to disguise his voice because Nico, being a Vistani, it's illegal for Vistani to be in Valaki. And so you had disguised yourself in drag. You looked like a attractive young lady, I guess. In my mind, you looked like Mrs. Doubtfire, but you corrected me and said you were an attractive woman, and you spoke in your masculine voice with your Vistani accent.
Extremely sexy Spanish accent.
And the guard's like, "What's wrong with your voice?" And instead of trying to push the ruse further, you just revealed that I'm a Vistani. I'm here on good reasons. And they arrested you for your honesty. And the guard was gonna arrest some of you guys too, but Dr. Crawford, you convinced him that you had spoken to the Baron and thought maybe you would have some sway with the Baron, and he basically said, "Well, you better hurry up and get to him because your friend's probably going to be executed for this, and you might want to get to him sooner rather than later." So you beeline straight back across Valaki, confronted the Baron, and basically had an extended conversation with him and his bodyguard Isaac in the room. So, Dr. Crawford, Rhogar, Disdain, what do you guys remember about that conversation?
Sorry, who?
Well, I remember I tried to make a few deals with him, and he wasn't having anything. He was not budging nowhere. Luckily, we had a sound-minded Dr. Crawford that could make a real deal.
Presented a pretty logical offer to the Baron. You remember what that was, Dr. Crawford?
Yep. He wants us to deliver the cult to him. So
Yeah, it turns out this cult is a bit subversive to his rule of Valaki, something that he doesn't really have a lot of patience for. He told you that he doesn't really know much about what they believe. He knows that they worship devils, which is probably why Disdain was attacked. He revealed he knows where one of the possible places they meet is, and Isaac was mad about that because he's like, "Why didn't you tell me? I would have killed him." And he's like, "I don't want to risk my best guy on something like this," which would indicate maybe the reason he wants y'all's help is because to him
we're expendable.
you're expendable. But if you're willing to help him out with that, then maybe he would spare Nico's life and even let him stay in town so long as he continues to, you know, behave himself, right? And so yeah, but the only thing was Nico had to take lashes, and so um, party agreed to that. Not like they had much choice, and
There was no choice. There was very little choices.
so Nico, you were unfortunately taken to the town square, and they flogged you, and you took severe damage and passed out after a failed Constitution saving throw. And Rhogar threw you up on his shoulder, um, and Disdain grabbed your equipment in a bag, and you guys went back to the Blue Water Inn, knowing that within a couple hours after sundown, you were going to be approached by a representative of the Baron, who was going to take you to where the the cultists meet. And it was really intense. I wasn't bullshitting. Like when I went back and rewatched it, I like hurt my heart. I was like, oh man, this sucks that this happened
It
to
was
my kid.
stressful, yeah, super stressful.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so you guys went back to the Blue Water Inn, and at that point, pretty interesting group of people. Now this older gentleman, you're like, we didn't see him last time, Rocky. No, that's Bluto. That's the fisherman that Rhogar ended up having beers with. And we're not going to revisit every single conversation, but I'll blast through kind of each one real quickly. So Disdain had a date with Elisa, which I thought he did a great job. Kind of pumping her for information. She was kind of giving him some information. You remember the big bombshell she dropped on you about the party, Disdain?
We've been followed by vampires.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yep.
seems to be a bit of a issue.
hmm And she wants to know why Strahd would be so interested in the party. Dr. Crawford, you went over to uh, Lady Wachter's sons and basically warned them that a raid might be incoming on Wachter House because your
Right. That's the
suspicion.
place I would suspect if the Byron was going to send us to anywhere, it would be Wachter House. I will be surprised if that's not where we're going tonight.
Yeah. So they were like, "Oh man," and like jumped up because they're kind of frat boys, and they kind of jumped up and
Dude, bro,
Jonesy and
let's go, man.
Jonesy and Riley jumped up and yelled
Hold
for
my
her
spitter,
to
dude. Hold my spitter.
You want to go, bro? No. Anyway, so they got out. Um, Rhogar, you had a pretty interesting conversation with that fisherman at the bar. Do you remember anything about it stand out?
Yeah, he sucks at his job, basically.
Yeah, he ain't been catching
Uh,
no fish.
there's a wizard across the way that's zapping fish, and he can't catch anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I threw this up on the screen last time, but here you guys are in Valaki, and he said, and Lake Zarvich is a huge lake, and he said he fishes Lake Zarvich, but on the northern edge, near the Svalich Woods, he's seen this wizard come out and throw lightning bolts into the lake and catch fish that way. Um, which kills way more fish than probably one guy needs and depletes the amount of fish available for everybody else. So he was pretty distraught about that, but you dropped a gold, bought about 10 beers worth of credit, and gave him, I think, 6 beers, and he was set up for the night. So he was a pretty happy camper after that. And then we had this gentleman in the middle who is a bard, half-elven bard named Rictavio. And Dr. Crawford, you walk us through what happened with your interaction with Rictavio.
Sorry, I'm eating dinner.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask while you're in the middle of eating.
So a while back, when one of our earlier companions, brief companions, died in like the first few sessions. A guy by the name of Rudolph von Richten. His last wish was he gave me a ring and told me that if I ever meet a guy named Rictavio on our travels, to give him the ring and tell him she found her peace was the words.
That was
And
the mission.
that was his last wish. So we run into this guy named Rictavio in the inn. He's playing music. I try to give him the ring. He acts like he doesn't know what the heck's going on, or he doesn't know me. I gave him the message, and honestly, I was kind of preoccupied with everything that was going on with Lady Wachter and Nico and trying to keep everybody alive and safe. So I didn't push the issue at all. It was just one of those things where I was like, yes, I gave him the ring. I accomplished Rudolph Henriksen's last wish. And that was my interaction with him.
Yeah. It moved on because you had other more pressing things, right?
Yeah.
So Nico went upstairs and ready, I think, to just collapse, right, and get rest.
Absolutely.
And you guys share kind of a big room with several beds that you had paid for in advance, and you were going to go up there. And, Irina was supposed to be up there, and you get to the room, Nico, and she's not there. And she had left a letter that said "gone to pray," and you were so exhausted. I think you were going to use your mage. Pardon me. You were going to use your mage hand to take it down, but I wouldn't let you do that because you got to maintain eyesight. So you kind of lumbered down the stairs and handed that letter over to the doctor. And I loved Zach's reaction. He's like, "Fuck." So you guys decided that you had to run across town to the church and find her. You ran. Well,
Absolutely.
well, actually, you didn't know the church
Nico went back
immediately.
upstairs.
Nico went and crashed.
Yeah,
But the rest of you went outside, and you saw on the ground outside you rolled a nat 20, I think, on your tracking, your survival roll, and found, or it was investigation, I think, but you found the footprint, and we retconned that you had even given her those boots and had done like a little knife mark on the heel so that you would always be able to track the prints and the dust. And so sure enough, you followed her tracking to the church, to the Cathedral of St. Andrew, and you went into the cathedral and you met Father Lucian Petrovich. He is the older brother of actually Lady, or the Baroness, um, and he has a young acolyte there named Yeska. You saw Irina kneeling and praying at the front, but Father Lucian actually approached you guys, and uh, what was your feeling about that interaction, about him and what he told you guys?
Seems like a nice guy. He's willing to help us keep Irina safe, which is a plus in my book. And he asked us to find the bones of St. Andrew. So if I ever find any clues about that and I'm not like immediately indisposed with something that's going to get us killed if we don't address it, then I'm going to try to help him find them. But right now
Yeah,
I don't even have a lead. So
Yeah.
and the important thing about that is the church is no longer a sanctified place. I believe it's no longer protected, right? Because the bones are gone.
yep.
Yes. And he fears what that might mean because outside of the very small chapel that's in Barovia, that's not really consecrated ground, and the bigger cathedral of St. Berez, which is in Kresh on the west side of the country. I'll show you guys that. So Kresh is over here, and it's sort of the religious community where the big cathedral is to the Morning Lord. He says that's really the only two pieces of holy ground that he knows of that are left. And so obviously if one of the two pieces of holy ground left in the country is compromised, that's really bad business, right? And then he asked you, both of you, if you, because it was just Rhogar and Dr. Crawford that were here, if you guys would like to be blessed by the Morning Lord, and both of you accepted. And Rhogar, you accepted despite this voice whispering in your head to reject it.
Mm-hmm.
And you both received an extremely powerful blessing that gives you a D4 to any 20
yep.
roll that you make. And when I watched that, I was like, I must have been drunk at that point. I don't not remember giving them 72 hours on that thing. But I
That's
did, and I'm not going to take it back. So
yeah.
enjoy it while you got it. So yeah, so you guys kind of. Oh, and then we had you talk to Irina, and her whole thing was like, "Oh, you're gonna go clear out some cultists? I want to go with you. Like, I can fight too. Let's do this." And if I recall correctly, Dr. Crawford, you basically convinced her to stay at the church, or go
Right.
back to
I think
the.
she'd be
Okay.
safer at the church anyway, even
Hmm.
with the vampires going around because Father Lucian is there and like clerics have turned undead. So
Hmm.
she'd be safer there. She gets to feel like she's accomplishing something by helping him keep the place safe. And if we just pick her up in the morning, hopefully everything should be good to go. I, yeah.
So basically, from there.
Uh,
What's so
Yeah.
funny, Weezin?
Zoc is killing me, man. He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's it. That's the plan.
That would be nice. So, yeah, if you don't finish Curse of Strahd with like major trust issues about everyone in existence, then I didn't do my job.
Yeah.
But with that said, there are people you can trust, and he certainly strikes you as one of those people. So you guys, from there, went. Well, actually, you guys are still at the church at the beginning of this session. Disdain, you're downstairs in the Blue Water Inn. You were talking to Rictavio, and he was asking you some questions about the party and everything. You guys had some good dialogue, and then he went upstairs, and that's when we had Nico, who was trying to settle down into. Oh, let me switch my screen. Un momento, por favor. That slide in the wrong spot. Here it is. So you went upstairs, Nico, to settle down. Your scar is still hurting you, even though Rhogar had healed you. Um, the scars did not go away, which normally they
Nope.
would,
Yep.
but they didn't, and they still hurt. And so you were going to bed and run, and actually you had fallen asleep, but then you woke up to the sound of someone um, messing with the lock, and you didn't even get up when you heard that, but you heard
Yep.
the click and the door swung open, and you had this interaction with Rictavio for a brief moment, and you were like, "Whatever, man. If you're here to kill me, just kill me." Right?
Yeah. At this point, I thought it was an assassin sent
Mhm.
by the Baron of the
Mhm.
town just to finish me off, man. Because I didn't expect him to keep his word at all.
And you heard when you said that, and then rolled the 20. That's when you heard a voice that said, "Turn around and face me, boy." And when you did, you turned around and you watched as Rictavio, which that was not a very half-elven voice, reaches over
Not
and
at all.
pulls the skin and hair off, and it pops and becomes a hat. And standing in front of you was this gentleman here who said,
The master.
Professor Rudolph van Richten, and I want to know what your party is all about. And that is where we will start tonight's session. So, Disdain, you are walking upstairs and you see the door to y'all's room open, and as you go to push the door open, you hear that voice say exactly what I just said, that I am Professor Rudolph van Richten. I want to know what your party's all about. You open the door, you see this scene in front of you. You see Nico shirtless on the edge of the bed, the scars, and you see this gentleman here who's middle aged but not elderly. The Professor Van Richten you guys met in Death House was a very old man, like late 80s, early 90s kind of old. And this gentleman's, early 40s, mid 40s, maybe 50 if you want to stretch it, a young 50. Um, he's a bit weathered looking, but like he's got good fashion sense. He's got like his hair is groomed properly. He's wearing these spectacles. He has a cane. He's standing very straight, shoulders back. Even though he's human man, he's actually got a little muscle to him, even despite his size. And a very keen intellect is clear in the way he looks at you as you walk in, and he goes, "Well, close the door, boy. We need to have a private conversation."
And you are? Is this you're speaking truth?
I speak the truth. I am Professor Rudolph van Richten, though I prefer not to say it loud enough for Count Strahd von Zarovich himself to hear it up in Ravenloft.
I take the door and I close it. I go and I sit beside Nico and I put my arm around him and I put his shirt down. I'm like, "You okay, buddy?"
Nico's like, I am okay. I'm okay. I feel like we are safe with this man. I thought he was an assassin come to kill me, but it is quite the opposite, I feel.
It was yesterday I planned on killing you. Today I plan on talking to you.
And I was just saying this thing that bard was something special. I was telling you that I like this man. Did I not say that?
You most definitely did, Nico, and I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that you told me this. But Van Richten, how
Professor.
pro-
Professor
explain?
will do. I did not go to school for 12 years to be called Van Richten.
Fucking A, dude.
So, sorry, Professor. I am just flabbergasted at this current scenario because I last time I saw you, we may have sacrificed you to allow us to escape a house.
What kind of tomfoolery are you speaking of, boy? We've never met.
Then how did you get that bracelet?
You mean the ring?
The ring, yeah, that's it. That's
He goes, now that's an interesting question. He goes, and that was the same question I had for you. And he holds his hand up, and he's wearing that ring, and he's holding that ring. And you guys remember when you met the older Professor Van Richten, he wore both rings and gave one of the two to Dr. Crawford. He goes, "How do you explain this facsimile of my wedding ring? It's damn near perfect."
We were given it by you, good sir.
That
We
makes
were
no
told
sense.
to find. I assume your own mistaken identity. My companion. Things escaping me. Can't call two doctors. Our companions will be back in a minute, but you better
It's
to
going to
have a
be a bit further
conversation.
back.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit.
You
Nick's
so
gonna jump in here.
and do me a favor. If you have Arcana, which Disdain you do, I'd like an Arcana roll.
Okay, cool.
Nat 20.
Nope.
Damn, dude.
Wow, dude.
Come
Wow.
on. How the hell
Let's
are you
get it.
guys rolling Nat 20s on my
Let's
boy?
go. Let's go.
Oh, so no,
Okay.
that's not that 20. I didn't do D20.
Oh, you
I
just
didn't do.
rolled 20.
Yeah, I was like, no way.
Now, if you roll a Nat 20, I'm going to be super impressed.
13.
Okay, plus what's your Arcana modifier?
Uh,
Plus 3 or 4, probably. Maybe more.
6.
6, nice. So 19, that's very good.
Cool. All right.
You are familiar with several magical explanations. He could have been, first of all, this could all be some kind of ruse of some kind that you don't understand, right? There could be at work some type of uh, magic that would copy the ring. It could be something very obscure that you've heard about and read about called chronomancy, which has something to do with bending time. Um, but you don't know anything about it. You've like read a few blurbs about it in some of your studies, but there are possible magical explanations for the situation, but you do not get the sense that this man feels like he's ever met you before.
I can ask him about chronomancy now because I, I've, Professor. To be honest with you, I'm not too versed in clearly as much stuff as you are. I don't know the disguise and magical ability I've seen you pull off right there. But you ever heard of uh, chrono? What was it?
Chronomancy.
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 I would just say this. He would go, "It's a theoretical school of magic. It's not practiced by anyone, not even archmages."
That's the
Because you
only
don't mean to suggest that this is actually a ring that belonged to me, that you met some older version of myself.
He's the person that hired me to come here. So
This is very interesting.
whether it
Look,
was you or not, it's somebody that went by you and had your ring.
we are in the realm of the Dread Lord, Count Strahd von Zarovich, Master Vampire and Master Wizard. An archmage in his own right in many ways. There is perhaps trickery afoot, whether or not you know it. But, like all great theories, we cannot know until we have more information, so let us table this discussion for now and talk about something else. He says, "Why are you in Barovia? What is your purpose here?"
We're trapped.
As are most who are in this land, and a most unfortunate situation. It is not likely you and your party will survive in this land.
Well, we have you to thank for that. You hired us to. Were told to come to this house and go into his basement and see if we could help out this family and one thing led to another. You died, and we're here.
You are. That is not. He like kind of squints at you while you're talking, and he walks really close. He goes, "Open your mouth." He grabs your jaw and he starts looking in your mouth and squinting, almost like a dentist. He puts his finger, like a gloved finger, in your mouth, and he's like pushing on one of your back teeth. And he says, "Oh," he goes, "a recovered lycanthrope."
Oh shit, dude.
He says,
Well,
"Interesting. How did you escape the curse?"
this is actually your help as well.
My help.
Yeah, and that's how I actually was recruited. You would help me with my curse, and then
See, it seems our lives have entwined. If what you say is true, I'm not sure yet. He says, "And you, Vistani." He goes, "Have you heard of me?"
I know of you well. I know of you well. I'm of the same task that took your son, Emeritus, and I am so sorry.
When you say that, like his knuckles just like get like almost like they want to break out of his skin. He says, "I have made my peace with that situation for
Indeed, you
now."
have. Indeed, you have, Professor Van Richten. I just want to say that not all of Vistani are terrible and evil. I know your pain. I can feel it. And I can feel that your curse is lifted. But I want you to know that your being here in this moment has brought me great healing and hope in a moment that was most dark for me. I've overcome many obstacles, but none of them compared to this last one. And your presence here gives me hope. And I want to thank you for just revealing yourself to me when you did.
Hmm. He walks over to the window and kind of looks out and pulls the shades a little closer together. Goes over and sits on the edge of the bed. The eyes and ears of Strahd are all over this land. We must be constantly vigilant, those of us who stand against him. You seem a good enough man, Nico. You did not deserve what happened to you today.
And I can tell you, Professor, you're correct. And I will tell you, if it is my final vow that I will free this land from the curse of Strahd. He has brought much pain upon the people. I've seen at least this much. And this is only what I've seen. I do not know what goes on in the shadows, but I will tell you, I am Strahd's enemy.
He says, "Well, then, you are my ally, for the enemy of my enemy is my friend."
And one should always welcome a powerful ally.
He says, "But I have many questions. Suffice it to say, for now, what is your next steps as a party?"
Professor, can I ask you just one more question?
You may
According in the
ask.
according to the legend of my people, the Vistani, that have been passed down at least 20 years from me, I think you precede them by at least 10, a generation or more. Do you still have the ward against the undead cast upon you, my friend?
I am a man who walks through many dangerous situations using various tools and enchantments.
My people, they recanted your story many times. It was never a part of the Prastanata, but it does not mean that it is not important to us, because all history is important to us. I'm a bard of the College of Lore, and we study many stories, and we take all the lessons inferred therein. And I believe that if this ward is still cast upon you, you would be a powerful ally to my party and my friends who have rescued us from many, many trials. I have brought many trials upon my party, and for that I'm sorry, but we need your assistance now. to help us end this thing?
There are many forces at work in all places. In Barovia, it is Strahd who reigns supreme, and the dark powers after that. And yet, something that not even Strahd or those powers can control are the strands of fate. And there's a woman in this land of your people, who I know you know of, Madam Eva, who fate speaks to directly. She would have told you an ally to help you in your time here. And if she did not tell you it was me, then I cannot help you. In fact,
She
it would be most dangerous for me to help you because when you said I am free of the curse of your people, that is inaccurate. I am still cursed by your tribe.
the Radanovich curse. It is very strong, and I apologize. I had no part in that.
I deserved the curse. I elicited the aid of a very dangerous ally, and my vengeance for the kidnapping and death of my son it was not of equal measure what I visited on your tribe, and I was cursed for it. But the curse causes those who I ally myself with, the longer they are with me, the more death gets close to them.
However, if you mean that this curse means that one or two more children are freed from the pain of this land, if a family is liberated from starving to death, then count me in. I am your ally now in this moment, and let's us come together and figure out a plan to take down this man, this Strahd.
In time, in time, my friend, I have kept a very secret profile. It is not known widely, but this is not my first time in Barovia. It was, in fact, Madame Eva's people that helped me escape when in my youth, but I was here, and perhaps it is a tale for another day, but suffice it to say, Strahd von Zarovich knows who I am, and he fears me. And if he knew I had returned to his land, he would stop at nothing to find me. So I remain hidden in the guise of Octavio, gathering information and allies, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
May I ask you a question, Rictavio, Professor von Richten?
You may.
Before, in this house, which my companion Disdain mentioned, but just before we sacrificed what appeared to be your much older visage upon an altar to escape, at your command, you told us this would be fine. We heard a chant, an ancient chant, that said that Strahd was the land. What does this mean to you? Can you tell us?
I am quite aware of this chant. There has long been those in the land of Barovia who allow their fear of Strahd to become reverence. They worship him as a god. I do not think Strahd cares for the religious components of that, but he does enjoy the attention and having more mortals in his thrall. So there have been at different times, including now, iterations of this cult of Strahd, and that is one of their catechisms they like to utter among themselves. But it comes from a saying from Strahd, from a very powerful book he wrote called The Tome of Strahd, in which the very first lines are, I am the ancient, I am the land.
This is wonderful to learn. I have not heard this explanation to me before. In all of my people and all of the stories passed down, no explanation was given. Can I, Rocky, above the table, do I have any bardic inspiration at all to give
You're
this
full
guy?
up. You will
Okay,
not, but
so
it fades after 10 minutes. So,
okay, yeah, but I'm still going to inspire Octavio
mhm.
here, Professor. I'm gonna sing this guy a song that was passed down by my people about him and all he's done for us. And
Well,
it's
I tell you what I'm gonna do because I fucking love that. And so what I'm gonna do is you don't have to burn any bardic inspiration. I'm gonna give you
okay.
an inspiration.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna pluck it out, and
Okay.
he's gonna learn about what the Vistani actually think of him, and it's not so much hate as it is like we see this guy as a incredible ally. And in his mind, because of all that happened with his son and with this one particular family within a particular tribe, we don't look down on that. And I'm just gonna pluck it out.
That's amazing. I am now going to switch cameras back over to Rhogar and Dr. Crawford, but that was
Sounds
awesome.
good. Yep.
Okay, so let's get to the right screen. Okay, so Rhogar, Dr. Crawford. So you guys finish up your conversation with Irina, and let me make sure that we get the right music. No, this music
That's
is
the level up
terrible.
music.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't like the music though. So give me a second.
That sounds good.
I was
I'm
trying
gonna
to
be
remember the
bougie
artist, but I
about the
couldn't.
music.
I know that tune.
Um, well, it's always funny because there's always one thing I forget to prep, so it's just like right there, ready to go.
You
And
can always rely on
so
like molten core music, man. If you want to throw in some molten
just
core.
play some Molten Core. Yeah, dude, I love that you played that song for him. Um, all right, where it be, homie G? Okay.
Dude, honestly, to Vistani, Van Richten coming in contact with him would be like coming in contact with Nickelback, dude.
If
Which would
I had
be
met
our dream,
Nickelback,
dude.
I would lose my
Yeah,
shit.
dude. Yeah,
You
same
know,
here, man. Same here.
people
Guys,
shit
look
on
at this
Nickelback,
photograph.
and they
I love how you guys love Nickelback. Like that was my first.
they are great. Thank you guys for bearing with me while I get my music situation fixed here. It's
Look
okay.
at this photograph.
Photograph.
That was my first concert, but
Did you
I
ever
was there to
see
see Father
that?
Amon.
Did you ever see that Deadpool preview where he tells Fred Savage about Nickelback?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Oh
Tyler, I
man,
know he said, dude, I know
it's
Rhogar
so
did.
good.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Um,
sure.
I'm gonna Google it later.
It's really
it's a
good.
treat.
It's really good.
It is a treat.
It is a snack.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tempted to play it now, but I'm not going to. Okay, so you guys leave the Cathedral of Saint Andrew, and you step into the streets of Valaki with the intent, obviously, to go back to the Blue Water Inn, and you know that soon an agent of the Baron's going to arrive to guide you to where the Coven is. And as you're walking through the streets, you don't get very far from the church when all of a sudden the whinnying of a horse draws your attention. And you sort of whip your heads around, and you almost have to step off the street as this carriage just comes rocketing by and then comes to a sudden stop. And this is kind of an open carriage, but imagine it's actually a closed carriage. And
Sure.
the door swings open, and a woman in her probably early 60s, late 60s, but with a much more youthful face than that. I mean, she's clearly an older woman, but she's not. She doesn't have that really haggard look some women get as they get into that age bracket.
Yeah.
And she opens the door, and she's wearing simple but very fine clothing. And she says, "Dr. Crawford and Sir Rhogar, please, I am Lady Fiona Wachter, and I would like a word with you."
You're aware that there's the potential of the city guard breaching your house tonight, right?
I received the message from my sons, and I thank you for that. If you would be so kind as to join me in my carriage, so we may speak freely. And her eyes are kind of darting around nervously while she's talking to you.
Rhogar, we're pressed for time. What do you think?
Um,
It is a matter of life and many deaths.
how far away from the inn are we?
Probably 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right. If she will drive us in that direction, I'm okay with it.
Good idea. I agree with
It
Rhogar.
it would be my pleasure. And she tells the driver to head towards the Blue Water Inn. And so you
That
guys
was
get in there.
nice.
You guys get in there, and she says, "First of all, Doctor, I must say thank you for your graciousness in sending my children to warn me, and I want you to know that I understand the risk you took in telling me, and I am quite appreciative." And when she says that, you kind of realize she's kind of looking at you, kind of like she really likes you, even though she apparently just met you. She just seems to really be sending out those vibes that she likes you. And she says, "And Sir Rhogar, I have never met one of your people before, but it is an honor."
Thank you.
She says that the business I have to discuss with you is, well, what I really should be asking you about is something entirely different, but let's table that for later. Why did you send my sons to warn me? What was your intentions with such a gracious act?
Try to separate you from your cult.
Hmm. She says, "What do you know about my cult?"
I know that they meet within the basement of your house, and that they are particularly loose-lipped, which would create a problem if you end up agreeing to the courtship Count Strahd had in mind. Have you been already briefed about that issue, or
That is the issue that I said we should table when time is more of a luxury, but yes, I'm intimately aware.
at the moment we have a particular problem because the lady, well, let's just to make it brief, you being involved with that cult would be a direct obstacle to Count Strahd's plans and the benefit of this entire land. I figured it would be best, since he had originally seemed to have an idea of you being in his plan to fix things, that it would be best to keep you alive and your boys as well as a result of that.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Plus
Sorry for the computery sounds.
2.
Okay.
Do I want to expire this?
I wouldn't. I mean, that's good enough.
Okay, if you think that's a high roll, then okay.
Well, it's 15's like we're at the level you guys are at. That's like an above average difficulty.
I would hope she at least
So
believes I'm genuine with this.
that lowers the difficulty threshold because what you did with her sons. She says, "So you recognize the precarious situation I'm in, knowing very little about this alleged cult, only knowing that I am loyal to Count Strahd, and you risk your life to help protect me. And that speaks to a keen intellect, and you should be commended for it. Thank you, Doctor, for your act, though not accurate in its
In what
information.
way?
That fool, the Baron, is not coming to Wachter House tonight. He would never be so bold, and even if he was, my agents in his guard would have warned me long before you did. But he is indeed going to a place where members of my cult, if I can even call it that anymore, are meeting. You see, my group, which is a group that, suffice it to say, recognizes the superiority of certain spiritual entities, while ultimately acknowledging Count Stradvan Tsarevich as our true master in this land. We do not fall into the fallacy that previous versions of our group have fallen into by worshipping Count Strahd. It is a distasteful practice to him, and I have long forbid it. But my
I
dear
think
husband,
you're correct to do that, yes.
she goes, my dear husband passed away years ago, but when that happened, I was so distraught. I allowed a young lady to take over the duties of leading our group meetings, and she turned them into vulgar orgies and silly religious practices, worshipping devils, and eventually resurrecting the worship of Count Strahd in an attempt to gain his favor. Long have I sought to distance myself from these people, and it seems tonight that my greatest political enemy, through your party, is going to handle this problem. And it is a problem, Doctor, for these people kidnap and murder the innocent, and they are much like the devils they worship. What I taught them to revere, they worship. And though that can be a fine line, I know you are both men who understand the spiritual world, and it is a boundary which must not be crossed. So, I wanted to encourage you to help the Baron root out these cultists, but help me by ensuring that they do indeed die and free me from this rogue sect of my group. And if you do so, I will help you navigate Count Strahd's demands of your party, because I believe you are every day more in danger from him.
Rhogar, what do you think?
How many people can we expect? How many is in your party or your group that meet there?
This particular sect I no longer have any informants in, but I assume as many as a dozen. I can tell you that the young lady, hold on a second, I'll tell you guys her name.
The chick on the street the other day.
You assume.
Okay.
I think Diamora is what I named her. Yeah, Diamora is a powerful spellcaster and has stolen a ritual from my personal library that, if used, could be quite troublesome. It could summon a demon capable of wreaking great havoc on the city.
Hmm.
Right about now, you guys are rolling up to the Blue Water Inn. It's like a 5-minute carriage ride.
Okay.
Lady Wachter, I think Rhogar and I are in agreement. And I looked at him to make sure that he knows to cut me off if there's not.
I nod. Yeah.
That we will assist you in eliminating this rogue faction of the cult. It sounds like we may be heading there this evening. Then, if your guess is correct, and they're not leading us to Wachter House.
Yeah.
I just want to say before we leave and go about our business that if you do intend to help Count Strahd honorably, justly, and fairly court Lady Irina in a way that doesn't jeopardize her safety or her honor, then I think you have an ally with us. But the reason I'm cooperating with Count Strahd is because at the moment, I think he might actually mean what he says about loving her. If he wanted anything bad, if he wanted anything bad to happen to her, he didn't need our help to do that. He could have just taken her from the village of Barovia. So, if your goal is to assist us in that courtship, I'll do what I can to keep you and your boys safe. But the cult has to go. She's the Morning Lord's faithful.
Yes, that will be an interesting thing to oversee in the courtship. Let us say for now that we will have a brunch tomorrow where we can discuss the details of the courtship and answer any questions and concerns you may have. And I will, of course, want to know how tonight went. And I do wish you luck. And when she says that, she opens up this pouch, and there's 2 healing potions in it.
These might come in handy. Thank you for the assistance in this matter. I'll take the 2 potions. Are they just the 2d4 ones
2d4s,
plus 2?
so 2d4 plus 2. So you guys get out and end up You're back in front of the inn, and what do you want to do?
We need to. Crawford and I need to go in and update the rest of the group on uh, arena and our carriage ride. I think.
Okay. So you guys go upstairs to your room and walk in to see Disdain and Nico and this gentleman here, and let's just fast forward 30 seconds and you get those initial introductions, and they catch you up on what's happened, and so we don't have to repeat anything, but you guys now know that this man claims to be Professor Rudolph van Richten, and the two rings are a match. And yeah, anything you want to say to him?
Well, above the table, I'm just going to tell these guys, dude, it's a lore orgy right now that you walked in and interrupted. So,
Short form
you
of
know,
orgy.
yeah, grab a pillow, man. Jump in. Lore orgy. Let's get it.
Uh, this is all you, Crawford. Go ahead.
I'm just kind of looking at him like one of my eyes kind of like raised up, like Professor Rudolph van Richten.
Dr. Ernest Crawford, is it?
So this is the first time you remember ever having met me.
Indeed. Have I met you before, as these other gentlemen claim? Not in the
Yes.
house. I know all about the house story.
Yeah, I worked at Candlekeep. I was a doctor of archaeology, and
I hope to visit it someday.
So you're not familiar? Okay.
I've heard of its great libraries, and I'm certain I could learn things there.
I hope you'll forgive me. This is a lot to take in, Professor. When we were in the Durst house, I was the one who, unfortunately, had to make the sacrifice to save the rest of the group. So, or make the sacrifices, and I kind of make like a poking gesture towards him. So,
Because you're not going to hurt my feelings. You might as well be talking about someone else, saying you stabbed in the chest, though. That is in and of itself a strange thing to do to a friend.
That is entirely the point I was about to make. Is that you're Professor Van Richten, but if I'm wondering if, based on my research and the discovery I've made so far, this land appears to be cursed, and I'm wondering if we may have walked into a land that has something under some sort of form of temporal distortion.
An interesting theory, Doctor. Give me you got Arcana?
Yes.
Let's give me an Arcana.
Yes.
And while you're kind of muttering your theory out loud, he's throwing a couple tidbits in, so you're going to get advantage.
Okay. All right. So,
love it.
Arcana +8, and I roll this twice.
Whew.
26.
Okay. So he says, so you're, as you guys are sort of talking it out, you literally figure out that that the curse of Strahd is not just about Strahd. It's about his land. It's about Barovia. Barovia isn't just cut off from the world spatially. It might even be cut off from the world temporally.
Yeah. I mean, he is the ancient. He is the land. If the curse affects him, it's affecting the land.
So Professor Van Richten says, let us, for a moment, talk about Strahd the man. What do you know about how Strahd was before his curse?
Nico's going to pipe up here because he knows shit. College of Lore Bard. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do it?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Give me history.
Okay. All right. All right. History roll. Let's see.
And can I assist him on that with what I've heard as well?
Yeah. So roll advantage and add a 1.
All right. Cool. That was not my roll. I don't know shit.
Well, you get advantage, so roll again and take the higher of the 2.
So my history is 2, and Zoc, you said that I could roll a +1 on top of that?
Yep.
Correct, along with rolling again in case you get a bad roll.
Okay, that was a bad roll. Can we
Yeah.
all agree?
Yes.
Hey, you get to roll twice,
Nat
dummy.
20.
Go.
Nat 20.
There we
Look
go.
at that. Look at that. Nat 20. All right.
Dude, you
That's
are on
College of
better.
fire.
Lore. College of Lore, dude. College of Lore. Let's get Rocky. Can I take it?
Yeah.
Can I take it?
Yeah, I'll
Thank
correct
you.
you if you're off on anything.
Thank you so much. Strahd was not a bad man in the legends of my people. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a very noble man. But he had a goal in mind. He had a certain lust for a station in his life. And the one thing that was missing from that, because he had riches, he had the castle, he had a very noble family, the one thing that was missing was a legacy. And for a legacy, he needed a woman. So he imprinted on this woman. And and that turned very sourly for him because he fell in love with this woman and he would do anything that he could to get her, to secure her love. And so, unfortunately, as the Vistani tell it, my people, as they tell it, they say Strahd made a pact with the dark powers of the land of Barovia to take her heart by force almost. Uh, but this was not without consequence because he had a brother that was very loyal to him. There was a very upstanding member of his family who did many things for him, and so this pact came with a price. So on the attempt of courting this lady, and courting is a very light way of putting it, he wanted to steal her heart. He wanted to steal her life, and forever enamor her to him. The dark powers demanded a sacrifice, and that sacrifice, unfortunately, was his brother. In this case, the brother was killed in a battle at I'm sorry, it's Ravenloft, yes.
Castle Ravenloft, yep.
A castle. A fierce battle erupted at Castle Ravenloft, and his brother was killed. But this was not at the hand of Strahd. It was at the actual the organization of the Dark Powers. So after this happened, he lost his brother, and he lost the chance at courting his forever love. So forever he would spend chasing time after time, generation after generation, through millennium, he would spend chasing this love of his in his heart. After reincarnation of this love, he would never be able to attain it. He would always live a half life, but his half life is not a half life at all because a half life could last forever. And that's exactly what the Dark Powers did. And that's what the Vistani passed down. Please, Professor, correct me if I'm wrong, but Strahd, all he wants is to be united with his love, finally, forever.
Uh, uh, I'm not trying to show favoritism, guys. I got to give Enos an inspiration for that. I'm a bad DM.
I did my fucking homework, dude.
I
I
think
did
you
my fucking
deserve free
homework.
for that, but I'm not the DM.
I've read all over the place. I've done my homework, dude. Thank you.
You are
God.
correct on many, many points. I would like to add color to some of the points. You mentioned the woman. She had a name. Her name was Tatiana, and she was a village girl from Barovia. And Strahd met her when his brother, his beloved brother, Sergei, his younger brother, brought her to Castle Ravenloft while it was being constructed. And when he saw her, he loved her immediately. But Strahd had spent all of his youth with Rahadin, the elf, at his side, conquering the lands. He was, yes, a noble man, but he was a violent man. He was a man of war, but he was noble. And he dreamed one day of a wife and children. And when he saw Tatiana, he immediately decided she was to be his wife. But she was in love with his younger brother, Sergei, who was a cleric,
Mm.
a cleric of Lathander. And in the tradition of his family, he was not to be married. But his father, before he died, blessed the union. Strahd felt a great frustration that the woman he knew who should be his wife was to go to his more handsome brother who did not have the scars of battle and the years that Strahd had toiled showing upon his face. And so you are right, my Vistani friend. He approached powers greater than him in a place called the Amber Temple, a place that still exists in this land to this day. And they told him how he could have her forever. And it was through the murder and the drinking of his own beloved brother's blood. And he did this on Tatiana and Sergei's wedding night day. As Sergei stood in a mirror asking his brother, who he loved deeply, "How do I look? Am I ready to be married, brother?" Strahd stabbed him in the heart with a special dagger. He drank his brother's blood, and the dark powers granted him the curse of the vampire, the very being in existence to be given this curse. He rampaged in his new bloodlust, slaying guards that were loyal to him, wedding guests that were friends of him and his brother, and he tracked Irina or Tatiana through the castle into the courtyard which overlooks the great ravine below. And he said to her, "We will now be wedded forever. I will give you this gift. Is it not beautiful?" As blood drenched his clothes and his fanged mouth. And being the kind-hearted woman that she was, she could not bear the thought of such of an existence. And knowing that her beloved Sergei must be dead, she flung herself into the ravine and the mist below. And when those mist engulfed her, as the story goes, they spread outward and they covered the land for many days until they coalesced on the borders of Barovia itself, creating the land that you and I now stand in. There are many other tales to be told about this thing, but suffice it to say, though Count Strahd is a nobleman, and though he is bound by some sense of honor, his desire for Tatiana drives him more than anything. His curse, as you have said, my friend, is to see her. Sometimes she does not appear for a generation or two, but every time he tries to take her, she dies again. It is his curse. I believe you and your friends have found this newest incarnation of Tatiana in Irina.
I think you're correct. Yes.
I agree, my
She's
brother. And Nico has just finished writing all this down in his entertainer's kit. Dude, he's got a brand new tale to tell his people. But Nico's actually going to turn to him and say, "So this is the saying, yes, the history is written by the victors. But in this case, I do not see a clear victor, but I do see a command of the narrative here."
My knowledge of this narrative comes from many sources, but none so authoritative as Strahd's journal itself. I am one of the few who have held it in my own hands and spent hours studying it. It is now called the Tome of Strahd, and it is lost. No one knows where it is, but it contains secrets to his weaknesses. And one of the things I hope to do before I strike him is to find the tome and expose those weaknesses when the moment is right.
I'd be careful about who you tell that. From what I understand, he had a family of servants over in the village of Barovia called the Dursts. I think it was 500 years ago, I believe. I'm going off of
Hmm.
memory here. The patriarch of that family, Gustav, had made efforts to try to find that Tome of Strahd, I believe, that you described. And I think that was one of the two primary things that resulted in that family being cursed for eternity by Strahd.
Thank you for caring about my safety, Dr. Crawford, but I must confess I entered this land with little intention of leaving without killing Strahd. Either he will die or I will. I will finish what I started in my youth. And I have ways of staying out of his sight that have worked so far, it seems.
Very well.
Thing, but staying out of this thing's sight and killing him seem like two completely different issues here. The man, there is a legend among my people that says that a powerful mage, a powerful wizard, encountered him, and Strahd just made him his plaything. Such power cannot be assaulted directly. What can we do?
Even the great lion must sleep. There are moments of weakness. I myself have come close to killing him. He is not invulnerable. He is not a god. Do not let the fear of these peasants infect your minds and make you think that you cannot stand as men and end this evil. But you are right. He is very deadly. He is almost unbeatable. And if you act foolishly or too brashly, you will die or worse. And there is worse than death in this land, my friends. Make no doubt about it.
Professor, the foolishness has been beaten out of me in front of my own friends here. I only wish to end this nightmare upon the people of this land. Tell me what I must do.
For
What is my
now,
first step?
you have gained his favor. He views you as pawns in his plan. As much as your souls can bear it, I would continue to let this ruse stand. And, when possible, you should attempt to get the Lady Irina away from this place. I do not know a safe place for her, though I hope the Cathedral of St. Perez and Kresh, being a holy place, would be a place she could go. I had hoped the Cathedral of St. Andrew would be a holy place, but I have detected that it is no longer consecrated. And I fear that that means all of Valaki is soon to be reinfected with Strahd's presence.
Okay, so above the table, did you guys fill Nico in on
Now
St. Andrew's bones?
they just now
Nope,
got
Okay.
I
back.
just got here. I was about to
All right,
actually
so
say something
cool.
about that.
All right,
yeah.
go, Zoc. All right, go.
On the subject of that, I spoke with Father Lucian. I just returned from the St. Angela's Cathedral. Apparently, the bones of St. Angela, him herself, as a player, I missed it, are missing. They've been stolen. Unfortunately, I don't have any leads, but that appears to be why the consecration has fallen. So at the moment, Lady Irina Tatiana is with Father Lucian. I figured it would be the safest place for her, considering everything that's going on right now. I figured a cleric would be better at protecting her than me. I'm a scholar. I'm not a holy man. Did I lose sound?
Rocky,
Oh,
you're
that was
not
me. That
sounding.
was me.
Okay.
That was me.
Yeah,
Okay.
go.
As much as possible, as soon as possible, we should try to find these bones. But you must not risk Strahd's agents being able to report to him that you are actively doing such a thing. If he knows you are doing that, he will know that you are actively working against him. And I believe that as of now, he does not believe such a thing. You would be dead if he did.
I agree.
Hmm.
There are other allies in this land, few, but some, and in time I will introduce you to them. I must continue my ruse as Rectavio. And Dr. Crawford, give me a intellect check.
Straight intellect?
Yeah.
All right. Since there's no proficiency involved, do I
Actually,
take
Disdain, you
disadvantage on
can
this?
too.
Okay.
Yeah, just you can add your proficiency modifier. It's cool. So proficiency and intellect.
20. I can type. Come on. Plus 2 plus. So that's going to be plus 5.
So
Not too hot for
proficiency.
me.
Yeah.
So it's I got +3, and what's the other one you had?
Uh,
So
Zoc, don't you get the +1 or +4 for every D20 for the next 3 days? Right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the D4. Thank you for that. I completely freaking forgot.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how much it'll help right here, but
Okay.
13 from me.
Yep. Okay. No big deal. It's not like life shattering or anything.
13.
Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, so he says, so for now, my friends, I believe our business is drawing to a close, and you have other things to see to. But I feel the threads of fate running through this meeting, and I think we will be talking again soon, if you are alive. And he kind of winks as he
Yes,
says that.
that's every. You are correct. Yes, if we are alive. Yes.
Nico's gonna pop up and say, Professor, how can we find you again?
I will find you when the time is right, and you must understand, if you tell anyone that you have met me, you are very much risking my life, if not certainly dooming me. So maybe don't do that, huh?
No one will know.
All right. Can
And go ahead.
one last thing? Can we ask him if he can on the down low try to help us find these bones since we don't need to be actively looking?
I am already, uh, as I can, investigating this, but I have so far only discovered that the only person who really knew about the bones was Father Lucian. Uh, if he told anyone else about the nature of the bones, then perhaps I would have another lead. But as of now, I do not know who else he would have told.
His little altar. Well, I wasn't there.
That's all I got.
I bid you a good night, gentlemen.
Good
I'm
evening,
gonna
Professor.
I'm gonna raise my hand and say Indaribiti.
But he says it back to you. I can't say it in Arcane. Okay, so you watch as he leaves the room, and you guys are standing in there by yourselves.
Gentlemen, that was a lot to take in.
Yeah, Nico's gonna turn to all of you guys and be like, he is such a Chad. This guy is the ultimate Chad. He is such a Chad move. Unveiling his mask that way, dude, he is such a Chad.
I love Professor Van Richten. He's awesome. I'm a fanboy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna take a quick bio.
Okay,
Yeah,
All right,
you want
yeah.
you want to take? It's probably a good time to
Cool.
marinate and get a drink.
all right,
We
cool.
cool with that?
Let's do that.
Marinade.
And just remind me to start recording again when we come back, so I don't fuck up like that one time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so back from our break. So obviously, a lot to digest there, which we'll have time to do later. You get a knock on your door, and you open it, and it is actually Danica, who's the wife of the owner of the Blue Water Inn. She says one of the city guard is here asking for your party.
We were expecting this. Thank you, Danica. Gentlemen, I'll beckon everybody who's prepared to come. And Nico, are you feeling up to it?
I'm feeling good. Rocky, I don't think I've got my spell slots back, right? How many
You do
spell
not.
slots do you shoot? Yeah. Dude, I
You
still
have your
kind of
bardic
want to.
inspiration, and you can use your weapons.
And I've got my cantrips, correct?
Oh yeah, cantrips don't burn spell slots.
Let's go. I'm feeling good, man.
All right. Nico Tirana back in business. All right.
Yep.
I guess I'll follow Danica out to meet the guardsman.
Okay. So you guys go outside, and there's this guy standing out there. He's kind of a early 30s human guard, got a pike. He says, "Hi, guard. Hey, mate. Are you I told myself I wasn't going to forget it. Dr. Crawfish. You Dr.
Close enough.
Crawfish?
Dr. Crawfish, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yes, I'm Dr. Crawfish. Yes.
Well, Dr. Crawfish, my name is Homley. I've been a city guard since I was 16, and I'm supposed to show you this place. It's got some
Yes.
goings ons. It ain't quite up to snuff to the Baron, if you know what I mean. He starts winking.
I think I do.
God, the Rocky's portrayal of the guards is just spot on. Holy shit.
He goes, so is it just you and me? Because that's not quite what was sold to me on this mission.
No, the guys are with me, and I'll beckon to So
Okay, come
they followed me out, didn't they?
They didn't say they did. So
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. We all.
I'm sorry.
all
I
right,
followed.
I was under the impression they followed me out.
all right. So he goes, oh, you're a big one. When he sees you, Rhogar, he goes, you're a scary one. And he looks at you, Disdain, and he goes, and sorry about that business in the square there, mate. And he kind of nods to you, Nico. And when you see that, he's actually realize he's the one that actually gave you the stick to bite on.
And I'm saying, hey, I want to say thank you so much for the kindness, sir. It will not go unappreciated.
He goes, I got whipped in the square once for stealing some of the Baroness's apples, and I just figured I'd share that little tip, little hack,
Yeah, and I'm gonna say
if you will.
thank you because no one told me she had apples, or it would have ended much more worse.
Yeah, they would have killed you for sure. Uh, uh,
I love that we're
uh,
laughing about that.
Yeah, dude, no, Nico's good, man. He's ready. He's ready to rock.
so he says, all right, well, you know where I'm taking you. It's an interesting part of town. If I take you there. I'm getting a nice little bonus for the missus. Let's just maybe get you in there and get you out nice and safe, right? It's back part of town, kind of a poor part of town where there's some old broken down buildings and some, you know. It's. I'm gonna be honest with you because you're well dressed folks. It's not a nice part of town. Okay, there's a lot of garbage, a lot of poor people. Luckily, at nighttime, everybody stays in their house. That's just how things are in Barovia. But just be prepared. This is not a good part of town we're going to. And keep your head on a swivel. I'll protect you, but just keep your head on a swivel.
Do
Okay.
you think we should slum it up a bit before we head there?
He
Or
goes, "Who cares what those people think? I just letting you know that I didn't want you to be surprised." Okay. Um.
thank you for the warning.
Yeah. So he starts saying, he goes, "Name's Heimly, by the way."
Pleasure to meet you, Heimlich.
None of y'all asked my name, but my name's Heimly. Um, but he's kind of teasing. He's not like being a dick about it. So he takes you through the streets, and you guys, it's about a 15-20 minute trek through a different part of town than you guys have been through before. There's a lot of decrepit buildings. It actually reminds you of Barovia when you guys first came out of the Durst household. That part of town you were in Barovia that was kind of ruins more than anything. But it's like the Lockies version of that part of town. It's just a lot of rundown stuff. Some of the buildings are made of stone, so there's still elements of the building that are still around. And But you do see people inside of buildings mainly. You see some maybe like homeless types sleeping on the streets, and he wasn't lying. It's not a good part of town. I mean, Zoc, think Old Town downtown Portland at
I
3 a.m. on a
worked there
Saturday.
for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the idea. Um, so anyway, if that was made of ruins, right? So he takes you through what you perceive might have been a graveyard at one point. But they've like turned it into a bit of a garbage dump. Like there's just a bunch of crap everywhere and it stinks. And um, he goes, why these cultist tops would want to meet in a area like this escapes me. And If we look at roll 20, guys, I'm going to move you guys to that map.
Rocky, just above the table.
Uh-huh.
How do equipping actions work? Can I go ahead and equip a silver axe here?
Sure.
That I've got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It
Nico's
doesn't even require an action really.
okay. Cool. So I've got my silver axe
Okay.
in hand.
Cool. So can you guys see this okay on your screen? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get it to show up correctly on the projection too. 1 second. All right. Okay. Not too bad, right? Okay, cool. So he's leading you through sort of these dirty parts of town, and then he comes to this place where it's in the ruins, but it's actually a stairwell that's going down into the ground. And as you can see on roll 20, you guys should be. Can everybody control their character?
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, great.
Absolutely.
All right, so just don't get on top of the ridges and stuff. Like stay in the little recessed areas, but
Right.
we can move down now.
Sure.
So as of right now, where you guys are, if you seek Heimly, he takes you down to about right here, which is where you see it's where you see the stairwell going down.
Okay, cool. Jaime, lead the way.
He says, "Well, I mean, if it's all the same to you guys, I'd prefer not to take point going into something like this."
That's understandable. I looked at Rhogar. Rhogar, do you want to take point or should I?
Uh,
I've got my Everlit lantern out.
I'll You have a lantern. Why don't we just walk side by side then? That way I can
big enough.
protect you.
All right. If we got
I
space
don't
for
even-
it, then sure.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
thing about dungeons is that there's a lot of if that's what we're walking into out of character about to.
Wait. Sorry, did I miss something? I thought we were outside still. Did I miss
You are
something?
still outside, but it's
Okay.
it's like going. You're getting to the point where, in fact, I gotta move you up a little bit. I was a little inaccurate. You gotta, if you follow him to right about here,
Okay.
that's where the stairwell goes down. Right in front of him, right to the left of him, you see some stairs heading down into some old structures. So, and don't be on the same square if you can avoid it as somebody
So
else.
above table conversation,
Mhm.
since we're on a grid now, and we know there's a very very high chance that we're going to get into combat going in
Yep.
here.
Absolutely.
I'm treating this like a sort of like short dungeon by the look of it, just because we've got winding corridors and grids and stuff. When we get into dungeons, there's frequently hallways where they're only wide enough for one person to be in front at a time. So that was kind of a thing in the Durst house, if you remember Rhogar. So in those kind of situations, would you be more comfortable with me taking point for the high perception and initiative, or do you want to take point and I just am right behind you with a lantern to try to give you light?
I don't care. I'll go first. I just I want to make sure I can see.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, I've got torches and stuff that I can flare up once we get in there. So
Right, but
Yeah,
in order
and,
to hold a torch, you've got to not be holding your shield or sword. That's the tricky part.
yeah, and Nico, sensing your hesitation, he begins to pluck out on his instrument the first battle of Lord Viston of his people, where it went really well, and he's going to tell you the tale of that and give you inspiration for all of my party members except Jaime. I love that guy, but my party members can do more than Jaime can.
I also figured out how to show. I'm not going to show enemy health bars, but I actually figured out how to show y'all's health bars
Okay,
on the maps. I'm going to test that
that's awesome.
tonight.
So all of you guys have an inspiration.
and that gives me a D6.
D8, I think, for the next
That's
10 minutes, you can blow it to get a D8 on one of your rolls. And you also got the blessing from the church, right? It wasn't just me.
Yeah, I took it after I heard what it gave you.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
You min maxer.
yeah. Hey, yeah. You get a D8 on ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So,
Just but one. Okay.
yeah, it's one D8.
All right, let's go. We're going down here, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, well, hold on. So it's actually to your left. So what you do is you look into this stairwell, and you see the following.
I was gonna say, okay. Did you
All
black
right,
that out, or was it just
I
blacked
did.
out?
No,
I
he did black it out.
I blacked it out.
Okay,
So
okay.
you
Fair
look
enough.
in and you see these two cultists in the base of the stairs. One is a woman, and one's a guy, and they're arguing about something, and they don't seem to notice you guys.
All right, so I'm gonna. So we're like right here is where we're at, right?
Uh, yeah. So you can look into this room and you see they're arguing about something, and then the room kind of for right here goes deeper into into the complex. It's a stairwell that basically goes deeper, but the stairs you're standing at lead into this chamber.
Gotcha.
so we
So
can see him from here, right?
Yeah, right now you see them, they don't see you.
But we
Are-
can't
are
hear
there-
what they're saying.
You can hear talking, but you can't hear specifically what they're saying.
And
Okay.
are there? Is the ones back to us, or
Yeah, they're kind. Well, the cultist one is kind of facing your direction because he's looking at cultist two, whose back is turned to you. But he's not. He's more looking at cultist two, talking to her, um, not looking up that stairwell.
all right? So I'm above table just because I think this would be cool. I think we should solid snake this thing, and I want to throw a rock over here in this general area, and then
Well,
have them go
I got
inspect it, and then we go choke them out.
Click
got
the
minor
map where you want to
illusion.
throw that rock.
I got
Yeah,
I got minor
Nico
illusion.
has mage hand. Can I do this?
Like
I got
here.
Gotcha.
I got
Okay.
minor illusion that I can do any like sound or anything like that. Like in a
Yeah.
particular
Okay.
spot.
Well,
That's
I'm
true, too.
gonna I'm just gonna I'm just gonna pick up a rock and I'm gonna throw it like
Oh.
Tom Brady over here
Sounds
in
good.
that general area and see if he gets their attention.
You can
Okay.
certainly try.
I tell you what. How would I resolve that? So you're gonna chunk a rock. So this is really cool. I've never done this in all the years I've been DMing. I like that. To me, that's almost a athletics check because
Okay.
you're aiming and chunking a rock and trying to make it hit at a certain ricochet. So let's do an athletics roll.
Okay.
You could use your inspiration for this, but I would
I
probably.
I don't need it.
You
Okay.
can add the D4 from the bless.
20 plus and the blessing was what 1d4
D4.
Yep.
Yeah, 1D4.
plus I think it's like 7 or something.
You're pretty beefy.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Dude, so
Let's get it.
So
Let's
you
get it.
just throw this rock and it just like goes off the edge, kind of like
It shatters against the wall, dude.
yeah,
Boom.
kind of hitting along the wall, hitting over here, and you watch as these two cultists, they're like, "What the hell?" And they both run over, kind of not fully in the corner, but they're over there in the corner looking at it like, "What the hell was that?" And you realize you got a few seconds here before they spin around.
All right, so I nod at Crawford, and then I'm gonna sneak in here and choke this one out, and hoping my partner will pick up on what I'm putting down here.
I'll try. We're probably gonna have to make stealth checks, but yeah.
I'll give you advantage on the stealth checks because they're distracted.
Okay.
And
So
it was
for
just a badass move with a nat 20.
So I don't have stealth, so that's gonna be a regular roll, I think, for me. So that's
I'm certain I don't. I got +1. Okay.
There you go.
Add
Well,
your D4 too.
Yeah, but if you don't have the skill, you're rolling at disadvantage.
Wow.
can-
Okay, so I got a nat 1 on my main roll. That's
We'll resolve that in a moment.
Oh, shit.
What?
So 12 and a 1. Okay, roll again because it's a disadvantage. So you got to take the lower of the two. Just roll a d20 again.
Okay. Where's the little thingy?
So you got a 12 and a 10. Okay, you can roll your d. Well, your d4 is a 1. So, all right. So you basically roll a 12. So I'm gonna roll an insight for these guys. No, so you've got full sneak attack advantage. So here's how this works. So we're going to do what's called a surprise round. It's a standard initiative roll, but they don't go the first round. So if we look at the initiative tracker, we're all going to roll initiative.
Okay. And that's just for this little battle, not anything else.
So I'm actually going to keep it for the whole thing. Okay. At least for cultist. Okay. So yep. So everybody, give me your initiative rolls, and I'll move everything where it needs to go.
Oh hey,
Damn,
nat
dude.
20 traded the failure on the sneak for
so
on the initiative.
Don't he get something special for that, Rocky?
Not usually. No, that's actually one thing you do.
Not for initiative. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have a buddy that guarantees a crit your first round on a.
I think that's a
nat
great
20.
idea.
I'm not there. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
yeah, let's not do that. That's OP.
That's
Yo.
not something you want to open up because then the enemies can do that too.
Damn, Nico's right behind you. Yeah, and I would give it to them too.
I got a nat 20 as well.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
I didn't though.
All right.
That's okay.
Cool.
Nico
All right.
could be there.
We need something special for that, Rocky. Yeah, I'll let you cook something up. You go ahead.
Okay, let's go, Rocky. You
No,
got it.
it ain't happening. I'm following the rules. You guys are funny. Shit. Where's this guy?
Oh, we wasted our nat 20. Well, at least it's a good nat 20 for
No,
the
there's
full
not a wasted nat 20 in this game. Rocky knows better.
There's tons of memes you can find because it's actually technically not part of the 5th edition rules that a skill can crit fail or crit succeed. No one follows that rule. Nobody
Oh,
follows that rule.
Alright.
Like it's like so. There's all these memes you can find where people are like, no, like it's a crit fail and a skill check is a crit fail. Okay, so let's also roll for Jaime.
Come on, Jaime.
Roll good.
Come on, Jaime. Nat 20.
Because
Let's
y'all's
get it.
allies have always fared so well in combat.
No, yeah.
I think
I'm
we're-
shielding this guy.
Hey,
He's
that's
getting
not
back to his
bad.
wife.
That is not bad. It's higher than Weezin. It's higher than
Yeah.
Rhogar.
Yeah, I know. I'm going last.
Pretty
Just that's probably
good.
not best though, honestly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Alright. Alright. Why is it not showing? Hold on a second.
Is that the cultless or is that Hammond or whatever?
That's
his name is?
Jaime. That's Jaime. Jaime's got a
showing.
13.
That's so weird. He's showing as a. I've got a little technical error here. Let me. It's gonna take a quick second for me to fix, but like a real quick second.
It's all good, man. We got this sexy ass pub music going, man.
I'm about to
chill.
change that.
I'm chill, dude. Rocky's dude. He's gonna switch it over to Gwar when they just turn and kill us all. Awesome.
Ah, man, where the fuck did I put this? Well, I tell you what. For now, I'm just gonna put his token in there. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, and so he rolled what, an 11, 13? All right, so there he is.
13. Yeah, he's a Leroy Jenkins type of dude.
Leroy Jenkins. All right. Okay, so I think I've. Oh, and I got to roll the occultist. So this will be the roll for the rest of the dungeon crawl. So good luck. Ah, they did
Love it.
shittily.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay, so the surprise round means that they don't get to go anyway, the first round. So the first one up is going to be Dr. Crawford, so we're going to need to resolve the whole crit fail. So here's what I'm going to do, bro. So you are sneaking up on him and you like trip on a rock.
Sure.
And you stumble into him and he just spins around and kind of grabs you by the tunic and he's like, "You bastard, what are you doing?" And so you're grappled,
Grapple,
but
got
no
it.
damage, but you can still attack.
Okay.
All right. Did I reach my guy first? Cause
So that's what the initiative was for.
shit. Okay. I was gonna choke his ass out. Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get a surprise round on him anyway.
Okay. So I'm going to make my insightful fighting check on this guy. It's going to be my initiative versus his deception. Or not initiative, insight versus his deception. 20 plus 5 plus 1d4.
You rolled a 6.
25. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to roll sneak attack damage on him. I'm going to try to snag him with my rapier. 1d8 plus 4. Well, no, it's so I got to roll a hit. Roll 1d20 plus, I think it's 7. Yes, rapier's plus 7. That's a crit.
Love
What
it.
the fuck is with our dice tonight? We're getting so many
Yeah,
crits.
let's
Loaded
get
dice,
some.
bros.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's double damage with sneak attack dice. So that's
Okay.
going to be 1d8 plus 4 plus 3d6 plus 2.
This is actually the girl. The girl cultist.
I feel like that's important somehow.
So that's
It's
26 non-magical damage. This was the rapier.
How does he go? Well, actually, no. That he's severely damaged. I'll put it to you like that. Like you
Yeah.
really hurt her.
Is he? So he's bleeding out right now, like bleeding.
She's. I mean, Dr. Crawford just like fucked her up. I mean,
Yeah, love it.
She grabbed him, but he just like sliced into her like crazy. And she's still holding on to you, but she's like almost in shock by the amount of damage you did in such a short amount of time. Okay, after Dr. Crawford is Nico.
Okay, so Nico is gonna. I want to make sure I don't have any ranged weapons. Yeah, I don't have any ranged weapons. That sucks. All right, so Nico's gonna run up. What's the range on this? One, two. Dude, how did you guys get up there like so fast? Like
They
I
were at
can't
the
even.
doorway. No, you're at the doorway. Just start at the doorway.
Oh, okay.
Move up by Disdain.
Put you guys
There you go.
next to the
That's
same
where you
area.
start.
Okay, cool. So Nico's gonna run up to the lady friend here,
Mhm.
and he's just gonna open up with that silver axe, which is a dexterity bonus, which is +3,
And then your proficiency.
which is a +3. So it's a 1d20. Oh, no, it's not a 1d20. It's a 1d8.
Y'all's proficient. It's
1d8.
Yeah, that's the damage. So it's a D20
You gotta
plus your
hit it
dex
first.
plus your proficiency. So +6, I think, is what you just
6.
said.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So
That's
1d20
it.
plus 6 is your attack roll.
Let's go. Nat 20.
What is happening?
Let's
What is
go.
happening tonight?
How does she go out? I'll tell you how she goes out. Do you want to know?
I mean, she has 6 hit points, so I can't imagine you don't do 6 hit points. So how does she go out?
So I actually run up behind her and I'll sweep
Uh-huh.
her hair behind her left ear and I give
Uh-huh.
her a kiss. And then as I pull out, I'm going to go ahead and just rake across her neck with the silver axe and just decapitate, dude. So it's a kiss of death, dude.
Yeah.
Nico Stark, dude.
Like,
Nico Stark. He kissed her first, man. Kissed her first.
Oh man. When
It's
you
bad.
do that, Nico, you hear this woman laugh in your head.
Oh, dude. This is bad. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. One cultist taken down very quickly. Now it is Disdain's turn.
All right. Well, I had a plan, but seeing that one went down so quickly, I'm just gonna use firebolt on the one in front of Rhogar,
Okay.
and because I'm past level 5, it's 2d10 if I do
Correct.
hit.
Yep. The spell attack roll you're trying to beat is a 13.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, he kind of dodges down as it goes right over his head. All right. After that is Heimli's turn. Heimli goes, oh man, wow, you guys are great. You're doing great. I am not gonna get in your way. You're truly professionals. I'll just hang back over here. Good job, real good job.
What a loser.
And then it is Rhogar's turn.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna I'm gonna attack this dude. I think.
Okay,
So,
13 armor class.
hang on. I believe it's 8. I think. I think that's right. Rocky, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're good. That's a hit.
A 20 and then plus 8 for
Yep.
my hit. Okay.
Yep, and then a D4 for the bless. Yep.
I got you. Okay.
Tell you what, Drunk Rocky is either your best friend or your worst enemy when it comes to certain shit.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Because
Let's see.
giving you that 72-hour blessing was OP as fuck.
Yeah, I hit mute on the voices in my head during that point. I'm just, nah, it's
Should
okay.
I tell him what he just said? Nah.
No. All right, so I'm just gonna regular hit. I'm not gonna smite these idiots just yet.
Okay.
So I think it's just a D6. I think.
What weapon?
The sword.
That's
D8.
D8 plus an extra 1 point of damage for magical.
If you're holding a shield, it's D8. If you're doing it two-handed, it's a D10.
Right, that's what it was. Okay.
Mhm.
D8, and then it's plus.
Your strength modifier.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's see. 4, and then 5. I think it's 8, right? Yeah, I think so.
Is it a longsword plus 1? Oh, this is the windmill sword.
Windmill.
sword.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
then it's plus 1, then your strength, which is
Yeah.
what's your modifier for.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
5, and then so it's just plus 5 damage then.
But I thought I had the plus 2 for the proficiency thing. What was it
Oh,
called?
that's right. You are correct. Yep.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
one-handed, so then
The
it's
dueling,
yes.
the fighting
Yep.
style.
Okay.
Okay. You chop into this dude, and blood comes squirting out of his shoulder. He's like, ah. Do you get 2 attacks or 1?
I
You
got
should have
2.
extra attack by now.
So this is the first attack. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got him on the first one. Go ahead and do the other one.
1d20.
Rhogar's a beefy boy.
1d4 plus 8. I feel like I'm writing code every time I attack something.
Oh no, it's gonna take it to the limit.
You do hit. He has a 13 armor class, so you barely hit, but you hit.
Yeah. D8 plus 8. Regular attack. I'm gonna just kill him real quick.
Shit. And then you did. How much did you do before? You did fucking
I did 20.
12 and 16.
28 damage.
28 magic
He's
damage.
not dead, but he is fucked up. He is severely injured.
Where's Jaime in for the win? Bring him in.
Yeah, let's get. Come on, saddle up, Jaime.
All right, that was the surprise round. So he doesn't get to go this round.
Oh.
You guys surprised him with that rock throw. So go back up to Dr. Crawford.
Insightful fighting on the cultist. I know he's probably almost dead even if I hit him, but I want to make sure.
Mhm.
20 plus.
Oh.
Insight is plus 5 plus 1d4 from the bless.
Ooh.
Let's see, that's a 12 versus his deception, I guess.
12. He passes.
He passes, fair. Okay, so I'll probably still kill him with just regular attack then. So I'm going to move up. And I am going to make a melee attack with the rapier. 1d20 plus 7. And then plus 1d4. 13. That meets his armor class, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's a hit. So that's roll 1d8 plus 4, I think it is. Correct. And no sneak attack dice. 6 damage, physical.
Okay, that will take him out. How's he go out?
As he's kind of reeling from the 2 hits that Rhogar gave him, I kind of just move up behind him and I just catch him in the back of the neck really quick, pull the rapier out, and he crumples.
Yep. So he like crumples against you, Rhogar.
I'm just gonna kind of push him down and kick him a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So so you do that, and let me get ready for you here. Okay. So you guys finish him off, and Jaime's like, "Oh man, that was awesome. You guys are the real deal. Let me know if you need any help. I'll take up the rear from here." And we'll just keep following initiative order on actions. So, Nico, what do you want to do?
Okay, so is the cultist not dead?
Oh, he's dead. But we're going to follow this because it's a dungeon. We're going to follow initiative to work through it. So if you want to move forward in the dungeon, you can. Or you can wait for Dr. Crawford. You can do whatever you want. It's your turn. You have 30 feet of movement, 60 feet if you dash.
I like this. Go ahead, Nico. Get in front, buddy.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna dash over to Jaime over here. I'm gonna give his ass a pep talk, dude. Dude, hey, listen, I'm not a puss. He is. I don't have spell slots. Give me a second. Rocky, I'm going to engage Jaime in dialogue, please.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to persuade this bastard to give his balls a tug. So here we go. Jaime, we just were in combat. We were in fear for our lives, and we did our very best. Can you not give us more, sir? You're a city guard. I saw what you were capable of. You gave me a leather strap to bite down upon, which means you have seen the worst in people. So can you not go take point in this mission?
Give me persuasion,
All right, let's go.
and I'm gonna
Do
roll
this.
his. I'm gonna roll his like a wisdom saving throw. So you got to beat. Oh, he rolled so high. You got to beat a 20.
Done.
Oh!
Jaime,
Drop
get your
the
ass up there.
fucking
Hey,
mic.
Jaime, listen to Nico. Nico's your friend. I'm at your service. Get your juicy ass to the front line.
You're right. I was scared that my wife and kids would lose me and that they'd have to somehow survive without me. And now I realize that if I'm gonna go home and look at my kids in the eyes, I gotta be able to say I'm a man. And I took point on this mission tonight. This is my time to shine.
I agree. Jaime, you have no wife. You have no kids. You have only the mission. Get your juicy ass to the front lines.
The
Kick
mission's
ass.
all that matters. And well, on his turn, Jaime will move forward. But he's hopped up on Mountain Dew, dude. He's ready to go.
He's ready to come at him like a spider monkey.
He's gonna come
Dude,
out like
this
Spider
is
Monkey.
this is how I got the first guard killed. If you guys remember.
Well, no, the
Look,
first
all
card
right.
you hit with a thunder wave above table. But...
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. But hey, he had it coming. He had it
All right.
coming.
Did he?
No, listen. Yeah,
He
no,
did. He had it coming, dude.
Disdain.
Yeah.
1, 2.
You can move for 30 or dash for 60. Each square is 5 feet.
I'll go there. I'll just stay at 20.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is going to be Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime, go get some.
He goes for glory.
For the horde.
You gotta do like Jaime Gerald.
Jaime Jagos.
Leroy Jenkins.
He just ran in. Let's save him. He just ran
so
in.
he
Let's
he
save
runs down the hall and he looks into this door to the left and he yells out and he says, "Oh, you guys aren't gonna believe what's in here." He says, "There's another one of these filthy cultists in here. You gotta get down here and see this. I'll kill him before you guys get here if you don't hurry." All right, now it is Rhogar's turn.
So just to be clear, the little icon up here, he's dead, right? The dude on top of us.
Yeah. Let me get rid of him. Thank you for calling that out.
Yeah.
Are we
And-
looting anybody? Are we looting them at all, guys?
I mean, we
If you wanna-
should,
If
right?
you want to use
Yeah,
an
we-
action to do that, I'll let you.
Dude, guys, we gotta be better about looting because we've killed like countless people and we never loot them at all.
I think I can get down like here-ish, right? Like not
Oh,
on
yeah.
him, but like
Yeah, that's about 30. Yeah.
I kind of
Okay.
want to be like right here is where I want to be. I don't know if you can see that or not. but,
Yeah,
like,
that's fine. Hold on a second. Yeah, so there's a single cultist in this room, and not only is there a cultist, but behind him, you guys see or Rhogar, you see a chest, like a actual treasure chest.
just above table for a second, but this is the whole reason why Van Richten and other people won't join us because you guys constantly get them killed.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Hey,
Just-
dude, I'm sorry, dude. I see a puss, I call it out. I'm just sorry, dude.
All right,
Rhogar, you're thinking the same thing. You're not RPing correctly, sir. You're a big ass
Yeah,
dragon that does not respect
he's-
females.
Okay, so that was your movement. You do still have an action.
I disagree. Man, let's see. What do I want to do? Okay, just a technical question. All right. So, if I just wanted to whip my crossbow out and shoot this dude, do I have to put all my other stuff up? Like,
Nope.
like is it a
Changing weapons doesn't cost anything.
Okay. I'm
Do
just
it.
gonna shoot him in the neck real quick.
Bean him, dude. Bean him.
13 armor class.
Oh, whack.
And this isn't as easy to hit with, so I only get +4, I think, with this one, right? Just a light
It's
crossbow.
your dex.
Yeah,
So you use dex, and then if you're proficient in it, you add your proficiency.
yeah. So 4, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So was that for hit?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
And
hit.
it's a D8 +1. I think that's the only modifier I have with that, right?
Yep.
D8.
But you see how just for because we're still learning D&D, right? So Rhogar couldn't close the gap to the cultist in melee attack, so he pulls out his ranged weapon and attacks. That's smart.
Now, do I
dig
get 2 attacks again?
You do.
All right, so that's 2 damage to this idiot. Okay.
So yeah,
Come
so
on,
it kind
Rhogar.
of like, skips off his shoulder. He's like, "Ah, you bastard!"
20.
second volley incoming.
Yeah.
Come on, send him a volley.
+1.
There it is.
No, I missed that one.
It's a miss. Second one
Oh.
just clinks off the ground. Yeah, he says, "You'll pay for this." All right, next in the order is going to be the cultist. He says, so the cultist moves to the center of this pentagram on the ground,
Mhm.
and oh, I know why. Hold on a second. So he moves to the center, and he starts casting a spell, and the runes on the ground below him start to glow. And that's it. All right, next in the order is top of the order, which is Dr. Crawford.
Okay. I'm going to let's see if I can do it. 5 and 10 because when I move diagonally, it's the first one and then every other is double cost, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's 5 and 10 feet, 15 feet, 20, 25 feet, 30 feet, and I can't see the guy from here, right?
Nope.
All right.
You have Jaime and Rhogar in the way. They're crowding the door.
Do I want?
You
to
can
move
dash
here?
and move through their squares,
Correct. Yes, but then I also.
but then you sacrifice your action.
Precisely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's my action. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna take the dash action. So that's on the bonus action after this. It's 5, 10, and then 15 feet. Let's see here. I'm really hesitant to get close to that guy with the glowing runes right now. That's gonna be all my movement, I think. I'm gonna use my bonus action to make an investigation check on this rune to figure out what the fuck is he doing. Is that like a trap door? If I
Get
step
more
in?
specific.
Okay,
What are you
so
specifically investigating?
the rune on the floor that's glowing. I want to know, like, is that a trap door? Somebody steps on it, it's gonna blow up. Is that a summoning circle? What are we looking at here?
Well, I'm going to give you some choices. Pick the skill you're proficient in to look at, because the success of that skill will determine what I tell you. Go Arcana, I'll tell you about the magic. If you go, let's say you had survival, I'll tell you what a more generic thing about what that means for survivability. Like,
Okay, I'll go with the Arcana. I got expertise in it too.
All right.
and
Good choice.
That sounds like it'll give me the most relevant information for our survival right now.
You still have inspiration, correct? Right,
Yeah,
Rocky?
plus 1d4. So that's 24.
that's really good. So this is a summoning circle, and if you step on the circle, you will indeed take some damage from the energy that's being channeled through it.
Okay, I guess I'll shout that out as like a free action. Don't step on the circle. That's my turn.
Yep. But you do also know, because that's a very high roll, you do know that at the beginning of his next turn, whatever spell he's casting will complete.
We got to get a
Don't
killer
step on the
spell on this
circle.
guy.
All right. After Dr. Crawford, it is going to be Nico.
Nico doesn't have his spell slots up. You bastards dragged me into this. And here we are. I've got counterspell and can't use it. Here we are.
You gonna move up and cast a cantrip or something, or what?
It's
Yeah.
going to have to be something like that.
All right. I got to. Yeah. All right.
Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I will take. I always take care of the bad guys, man. Just you do your thing.
I'm going to run over here.
Go invisible or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it takes a spell slot too. Oh, I hate you guys. All right, so I'm going to move forward into the doorway here.
Now, Jaime's in the doorway in the hall, and Rhogar's inside the room in the doorway. So you have to use your movement to go into the room. Otherwise, you don't have any visibility of the bad guy.
Yeah, it just.
But you have enough movement to get in the room if you want.
Just
Kind of
just
opposite
to
of where
Right
Dr.
here,
Crawford
can I do
is.
that?
That'd be perfect.
Could I do
yeah.
that?
Yep.
Okay.
be, just to be clear,
And you
wanted
heard
to
Dr.
kinda-
Crawford say, like, don't step on the runes; it'll hurt you.
Okay.
Yeah. So give me a quick second
Going
here.
this
We're gonna
So
go
hey,
ahead.
why he's doing whatever he's doing? This guy's like in concentration, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Absolutely.
So can Nico look around the room real quick to see if there's any rocks on the ground or anything like that?
You want to
Any?
use your action to do some
Dude,
kind of
it's
investigation? Or?
well, I mean, I'd like to use a cantrip to hit this dude with a rock in the head to break his
Sounds like a
concentration.
choice.
So but here's the crux of D&D. I just don't know if there are rocks in the room.
Yeah, there's some little pebbles in the room. It's old ruins.
Dude, David and Goliath, this guy, roll a 20.
Dude, I think it's
I saw a
incoming.
meme the other day that said first
really do.
critical role in history. And it was David and Goliath.
Dude,
pretty good.
I would believe that. So, dude, I'm just gonna like mage hand because it weighs less than 10 pounds,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna zing it. Can I zing it with my mage hand, or do I have to actually have?
You know,
to throw
that's not a technical use of that spell, but I love that, so I'm going to say yes. It's going to be a D4 damage, so not that
Okay.
much damage, but yeah, you can scoop up a rock and hit him.
Yeah, but as soon as someone takes damage, if I hit him, he's
He
got
rolls
to
a
end his
concentration
concentration.
He rolls a
Okay.
concentration check.
Check.
It's a constitution save, basically, to see if he can maintain concentration.
Okay, so I'm going to do that very thing. I'm going
Okay.
to. I'm going to.
Okay, sorry. Just if he takes damage, he has to do this roll.
Yes.
Yes, if I miss him altogether, which is a
And so do you.
Very high
You're doing a
possibility.
concentration spell.
yeah. So I'm going to mage hand as a zinger right into his temple,
Okay.
and we'll see if that succeeds.
Give me a spell attack roll. You're trying to beat a 13.
Okay.
So for you, that's your D20 plus charisma plus your proficiency.
+3 and 3. Okay, got it. No, that's not the roll. Stop it. There it is. All right, here we go. Here it comes.
Okay. Still, either one is not a hit. So the rock just whizzes by his head.
God, it sucks.
Okay. Next in the order is going to be Disdain.
All right, well, I'm gonna pop myself right in front of Rhogar, and I'm gonna go and try and hit him with fire bolts.
Okay. 13 is what you're trying to beat.
I thought Disdain had counterspell. Do you not have counterspell, dude?
Counterspell is a reaction, which means that if he had seen that cultist taking an action on his turn that looked like a spell, he might have been able to declare that then.
So
If he was trying to eliminate the spell that's being cast that's on while he's on his turn now, that's dispel magic. That's a different spell.
couldn't have said it better.
I hate this game.
19.
That's a hit.
And that's
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Get in there.
Blow him the fuck up.
Okay, that'll work
4. All right.
for now.
All right. So so a concentration save is half the damage or 10, whichever's higher. So it's a 10. So it's a Constitution save. So he passes. The spell's still going, but he does take the 4 damage. So yeah, so you hit him with a fireball, but the energy around him almost like deflects some of the fire. All right.
So He's only been damaged twice. Then yeah.
Once really,
Once.
just
Well,
right now.
I hit him with an arrow.
Oh,
Bull
that's
crap.
right. But that was before he cast the spell.
I know, but I'm just talking about total damage. Okay.
He's taken very little damage.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
he's about to get a truck, buddy.
So it's Jaime's turn, and Jaime says, "It's time for bravery, gents. Just like my bard friend told me."
Oh
And-
shit.
And he raises his spear and he pushes you aside, Rhogar, which actually surprises you. And he pushes you aside, Disdain, but you've been pushed aside before. And he runs into the runes and attacks.
Oh my god.
And you,
Oh my goodness, dude.
Well, we're about to find out what happens.
Yeah. Yes, we are, dude.
This is too funny. He somehow passes his dexterity check, so he only takes half the damage.
Go, Jaime.
But he, like, you see, like, this necrotic energy hits him and like burns some of his leather armor and his skin. But he's like, oh, and he still stabs with his pike, right? Totally misses. The pain from the spell just like he just like goes high, and the cultist bows underneath it. But he's now standing in the runes.
All right, so how much damage did he take?
A little bit, not much.
Okay.
Like 4 damage.
So wait, did he interrupt the cultist though?
No, he missed the cultist.
Oh shit.
All right, it is now Rhogar's turn.
All right. I can go here, yes?
Dude, this is the last stop, dude. This is the last stop.
Drop
Yeah,
this guy.
I'm about to smash his face.
Okay. All right. I just want you to hit him, dude. I just want you to hit him.
That's a hit.
Wow. Even with a 4.
Give me your attack roll for your second attack too. Let's just resolve
Okay,
attack rolls and then damage all at the same. That's 2 hits.
What do we say? 1d8 plus. I'm gonna do with the first attack first. Just there we go. 16.
Yeah, you just smash into him.
Okay, can he do the concentration?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
He fails, so all of a sudden the runes like start like sparking and the spell ends.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna go baller mode real quick. There, I'm just gonna normal attack.
Sounds good. such
How's it go out?
reservation.
I'm just gonna I tell you what, I want to be creative, so I want to cut both arms off and then his head off. Just go ha ha ha.
Oh, the trifecta.
Yeah, you're just like choo choo choo, and the head just rolls off, and
then I'm gonna kick it.
yeah, it just bounces off the wall. And Jaime's like, oh my god, that was amazing. Never seen somebody killed like that before. I've seen a lot of guys die.
And Nico's gonna say, Jaime, you did very well, but your shoulder is still on fire. And it is crazy that I have to point this out to you at this moment.
Oh yeah. He starts patting it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that was crazy. I mean, I was so scared, and I just thought about what you said about how the kids would never be able to look at me the same if I was not brave. And so I ran into those runes.
And now you know what it is like to be a Chad.
I feel
Welcome to the club.
I feel very brave right now.
All right,
You
so
are
he
a super Chad.
took 4 damage. Is he like super injured, or is it,
He's a little injured. He's not like
Okay.
he's not like almost about to die, but he's injured. He's a little burn
Alright.
on his shoulder.
The runes got me, guys. We had to kill that dude.
But he is not a pussy anymore.
All right, so next action is who?
Chest.
All right. Well, next action is after Rhogar. It would have been the cultist, but he's gone. So now it is
Ooh.
Dr. Crawford.
Okay, that chest has been staring at me this entire goddamn time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's my movement. And I'm going to make a, let's see here. I don't think I can do, so the way the investigate works, I did, no, yeah, I'm going to check for traps, I think it is. Because I think the bonus action works on traps. And then I'm going to make an investigation check to see, is this chest trapped or hostile, like a mimic or something, anything that would look dangerous.
So I would give you investigation or survival, your choice. To check
Investigation.
That. Okay.
Roll well, sir.
One D4. That's a 21.
It's definitely trapped. If you try to open it without a key, you will something's gonna set off. So
Okay. Does it look like the trap is something I could disarm with my thieves' tools, or?
if it looks like if you can disarm, if you can pick the lock, that's the same thing as if you used a key. So
Got it.
that would disable the trap.
Okay. I am going to make an attempt. That was my bonus action. Now I'm doing the action to try to open
Can you
it
give
up.
me an insight roll?
Sure. Yeah. Flexibly. Insight. Roll 1d20 plus 5. Not great. You know what? Fuck it. The fact that you called for that makes me think I'm missing something, so I'm going to inspire that. So, and I got to add my 1d4 too. Fuck.
Let's just roll your 1d4 before we
Okay.
move on. Before you burn an inspiration.
So it would have been a 14.
Okay. Yeah. Seems like that would be fine.
4. Okay, so that's not a natural 20, but 20.
So you figure out though that also if you try to pick the lock and fail, that will set off the trap.
Okay, yeah. Let's see here. So these tools is plus 10 for me. So
Damn, dude, that is hefty. How did you get that?
Well,
How did you get that?
It's
do
funny.
you want an explanation?
Well, it's funny because when you said a few sessions ago, you're like, "Ah, fuck, man, the way I built my character, he's more of a dungeon crawl guy or whatever." I'm like,
Oh,
just wait, dude.
Let's get it.
It took us a while,
man.
but we fight. We're in. All right.
Thieves tools, man. Plus 10. Love it.
Okay, so you
18.
Yep. So you're fucking around with this lock. All of a sudden, you hear you feel the trigger for the trap. You disable it,
Okay.
and then you feel the lock, and you like push it away, and click, it opens. And because you're the one that opens it, my friend, you get to roll on the treasure table.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh,
Okay.
nice, Crawford.
All right. Forgive me, guys. I may end up blowing an inspiration on this. We'll see.
Yeah, old Crawford, the friggin' ninja looter, as always.
Fucking ninja, dude.
Bag of holding.
You got
Gem
a
worth
gem worth 120 gold.
What else is on this list? Let me look at this here. Silver dagger.
Take the gold.
Well, it's a gem, but still, we could sell that. And I'm pretty strapped for cash, too. There's a fucking tome of strength on here. Are you kidding me?
Gotta roll that sweet 20, baby.
I don't know what that is, but I want it.
Okay, so Tome of Strength is an item to where it's a consumable. You use it, and you get a permanent increase to your strength score. So if I gave that to Rhogar,
plus
I think it's 1,
permanently.
but still, yeah.
No, it's plus 2.
It's
Oh!
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Yeah,
but you gotta roll on that.
I want you to have it, but that's the thing. It's 1 in 20, and one of my rolls was just 20. Like, am I seeing anything else on here that there's a cloak of protection too? Shit, I wanted one of those myself.
Dr. Crawford, tell me if you see any of the Trojan Magnums in this loot table. I am desperate need, sir. For the Trojan Magnums. No, without being too vulgar, they are condoms. They are very large in size.
They're used for the sex.
There's 2
Yeah,
quotes
for-
of correction on this list. Holy shit. I'm using an inspiration. If I use it, I get to pick between the 2 results, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm tapped out on
Oh,
inspo- mana potion. 2 spell slots. Ooh.
that's wonderful. That is wonderful.
Uh,
That is
We need-
also wonderful.
we need gold, man. I'm taking the gold.
We need
I'm
spell
taking
slots
the
more.
gem, but yeah, we are
Well,
so.
I've got 300 and something. If that helps.
I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to be able to pay for my freaking hotel room here, man, or the tavern room. Like I'm that close to broke.
All right. And by the way, I don't fuck you on gems. So like, if I say you got a gem worth 120 gold, you're not gonna go to sell it, and then all of a sudden the guy's only gonna pay you 60. So like, it's like getting 120 gold. So if you just want to put 120 gold in your bank, that's totally fine with me.
Yeah, I would just be
Okay.
selling it for gold. So
Yep.
all right, 120 gold to Dr. C. That's
Well
one of my
done.
concerns down the drain. Thank you.
Well done, buddy.
Wait, how did you get gold? I don't understand.
He let me
Gem's
just cash
worth
it in.
120
I
gold,
just cashed
but
it in,
it's
man.
worth
Yeah.
120.
He vendored it.
Oh,
vendored
so
it.
okay. All right. So
He-
you got to pick that instead of whatever he rolled. Is that what it was?
So I rolled for twice, and I picked the.
Okay. I must have missed the first roll then.
The other item didn't seem as useful to me as just being able to have
He got
gold
a
to pay for
10 and
basic
then
stuff.
used inspiration and got a 5, so you got to choose
Okay.
which one he picked.
Yeah,
I
dude,
missed the
and
first
then-
roll then.
Dude, and that was a trap chest. You earned every bit of that, dude. Good job.
Yeah. I don't
That's
care.
huge.
I missed the first roll. That's all.
I'm tapped on inspiration now, guys. Though, so
Yeah.
Sometimes when you guys do dungeons or whatever, I'll do different treasure tables for each chest or each thing. In this dungeon, this is the treasure table for the dungeon. So if there's something on this list you want, there's going to possibly be additional opportunities to get it.
What is
Okay.
a helmet of dark vision?
If you get it, I'll tell you.
No, God.
lets you see in the dark.
I got
Basically.
dark vision.
Basically.
Okay.
Okay. So after Dr. Crawford, it is Nico's turn.
Get some, Nico.
Well, yeah. Nico's just going to go ahead and get behind Rhogar wherever he is. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's see, actually recede a little bit. There you go. No spell slots. You're seeing a very different Nico here. Dude, if I had all my slots, I would be Leroy number 1. You can count on that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would, dude. We've seen this, have we not?
All right. After Nico moves behind Rhogar, we have Disdain.
Alrighty. Let's get some more viewage. I'm gonna move here.
Okay. When Disdain moves down here, let's give you some revealing here. So you can see a little bit into this room. You see all of this room. See a little bit. There's a hall here, and there's another room down below you. Hopefully, you can see all this. I've never used this function before, so hopefully, I'm doing
Yep.
it right.
Yeah.
Dude, the fog of war is very impressive here. It's
Yeah.
very limited. Very limited.
Yeah. By the way, Rocky, this is awesome. I like this.
All
Yeah,
right.
dude, this
Yeah.
is
I'm glad you
crazy.
guys like it.
I'm gonna chill right here, and I'm gonna just ready in action in case anything bad
Yeah,
happens.
just gonna
Cool.
wait for Daddy to come down. Okay.
Daddy,
Yeah,
I'm
Don't
the
let
one
Don't
in
let
here.
consumed hear you say that.
Yeah, that's true,
All
man.
right, so it's Jaime's turn. Jaime goes, you know what? My bravery's paid off already. I'm gonna keep it going.
Oh,
and
God.
Oh, dude. Jaime. No, you don't have to go so hard. Hang back behind
give me
Rhogar.
when it's your turn, and you have an action to use on me. I don't know why I said that in your voice. 20, 25, 30. He's gonna dash. 35, 40.
No, he's not going to dash. Oh,
He runs into this room and yells out what he sees.
great.
All right.
Awesome.
He says, "It's just a bunch of junk in this room." That's it. Now it is Rhogar's turn.
All right. So, is this crawl dark, or is it lit
There's some
enough?
like torches. There's some torches on the wall.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
there wouldn't be any need for me to grab a torch, is what I'm asking. Really.
Not really.
Unless you want to kill something with fire later.
I have other means, sir.
You could have you could have a double barreled fire blower, man, if you wanted to.
So
But that's cool.
I
That's your
can
thing. It's
I
fine.
can get to here. I'm guessing. Is that
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, real quick, in order to cast bless, do I have to be inside of those people?
You just have to be in sight, yeah.
Okay. So why don't I? Well, because I can't really do anything else. Jaime,
Yeah.
you dumbass. Okay.
Yeah, Jaime needs a blessing for sure.
No, I was gonna. All right, keep going.
Bless his heart.
No, because it's wasted if I can't get 3 people.
Dr.
Okay.
Crawford.
What's that?
It is Dr. Crawford's turn.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start moving out of here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, let's see here. Do I want to dash?
Rhogar from. I'm sorry. Let me reveal what Rhogar sees here. So Rhogar, you can now kind of see a little deeper down a hallway here, and you can see that there is a room down here, and in this room down here, Rhogar.
The room to the south.
To the south of you, you do see a chest in this room.
All right.
Okay. All right. Now, Dr. Crawford.
All right, so I'm going to take a dash action. So it's 5 and 10, 15, 20. That's where I got from 20 feet. Now, it's that door to my left. It's kind of stuck between 2 tiles. If I just move to the left twice, is that 10 feet? Or how does this work as far as spacing goes? So if I were to just move here, would that be moving it from 20 to 30 feet? Or do I got to do anything tricky to get to this door?
Let me fix my. I want to make sure whoever's watching the video can see.
The grid is just kind of stuck through the middle of the door, so I can't tell like what space I need to be in to go through the door is all.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me fix the image.
Jaime just sprinted his ass right through the middle of it, so I don't know if that helps you or not.
Actually, hold on. Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Jaime is the newest Chad of the group. You will pay him respect.
Okay.
He just runs in like an idiot. I'm really glad he turned this plague upon us, Enos.
That's my job, dude.
I'm sorry, I just need a second to fix the.
You're fine, man.
Viewpoint here. So.
By the way, guys, out of character. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I said no Isaac earlier because I was thinking 2 things. One, I was thinking if he gets involved, he's going to find out about Arena somehow. And 2, like I was thinking that if we did go to Wachter House, he would just go in and kill everything before I got a chance to talk to anybody. That's why I said no Isaac. So I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, who
I
cares?
was kind of hoping to get him killed.
Yeah, we were going to
Inadvertently.
space him. We were going to vent him, dude. Yeah,
Face
It's kind of sus, bro.
Space Isaac. Space Isaac.
So so you wanted to know what, Dr. Crawford? I'm sorry. So you
Okay,
moved
so
through Rhogar. You're right in this
So I
doorway
got 10 feet
here.
of movement left thanks to my dash. To my left, there's a door, but it's kind of stuck between the lines of the grid there. Like, if I just move to the left 2 more spaces, am I going to be able to move through that door into that space there, or is that like, or do I need to be in the?
Show me where you want to move.
Bum, like that.
No, so you could move right to Jaime 1 square.
Okay, yeah. So then that would be here, and then my next
That's
turn,
the
if I move to
extent
the
of south.
left, I can move in. Okay.
Correct.
Then that's my turn. Well, shit. Can I? The door is open.
It is.
Can I
And
see
that's
inside?
the room. That's the whole room. So, and I'm trying to reveal it over here, and it's not. It doesn't look like it's fully revealing for you guys. Can you guys see? Oh, here we go.
Rocky, I can see it on the.
You can see it. Okay, I just didn't have it on the camera.
On the.
So that's
roll 20,
and
but
I
not.
accidentally revealed too much of this room to the south, but that's fine. So yeah, it's just a single room with some like barrels and some crates and supplies, and They're all moldy. There's nothing really in that room at all.
Okay, so I'm going to do an investigation check just to be sure we didn't miss anything crucial in there. I'm thinking, one, possibly a missed resource, or two, somebody hiding in a barrel, like in the frickin' Durst house where the Durst couple burst out of the frickin' cabinet. So just to check to make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary in here, I'm going to make a bonus action search.
Cool.
Plus investigation is +8, plus 1d4. 21.
It looks exactly as I described it, man. It's
Okay,
like
no
there's
missed details. Okay,
yeah,
then I'm
just moldy shit.
okay. Then I'm confident we're safe. That's my turn.
After Dr. Crawford, it's Nico.
Nico's gonna just rush up because he feels super safe behind Rhogar, and he's gonna park right on top. Can I park on top of people?
You have to be next. You can't end your turn in someone else's square, but you can move through someone else's square. That's cool.
Yeah, Nico's there.
Cool. All right, after Nico, it's going to be Disdain.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go and walk myself into this newly discovered room.
Okay. All right, move where you want to go.
Right there.
Okay.
Nice beeline, dude.
All right, so Disdain just sort of pushes past the group and goes into this other room. And let me show you what you see, bud. So this room's pretty big. There's a lot of cots on the ground. There's a single chest in the room, but there's nothing else in the room that you can see.
All clear, guys.
Is it?
Do you want to do anything
Is
with the
it?
chest?
I don't have any of the trap skills. I'd rather doctor deal with it. I'll do an investigation check just to ensure that it's safe.
Give me a roll.
Oh,
17.
Yeah. Doesn't appear trapped, but it does appear locked.
Okay.
Okay. After Disdain, it is going to be Jaime. Jaime goes, well, if it's clear, and this room's clear, the only thing left for me to do as a brave soldier of the city guard is go down that hall. And so he dashes.
Oh yay.
And you guys
Can
watch
Rhogar
Jaime-
trip? Hey, can Rhogar trip him as a bonus
Nope.
action?
You need a reaction to do that. Okay, so you guys watch Jaime run down this hallway and goes, oh my god, you're not going to believe what you see down here. And that's all he says. Okay. Next in the order is going to be Rhogar.
Yeah. God, what an idiot. Okay, so I think I can do an action and then also move, right?
Mhm.
All right, so I can see Nico, Jaime, and Disdain from where I'm currently at, right?
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to cast Bless. That way, everybody in the party has that extra D4.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Is that D4 similar to an inspiration where we can do it on a ability check, saving attack, or
Any
saving?
D20 you do, you have a D4
Sweet.
to add.
Love it.
Yeah. So any of them, and Crawford and I already have it from the church. So
Oh Jesus.
now everybody's got it.
Rocky is mentally noting this for sure.
Well, I think there's an icon I can assign to you guys for it. Hold on.
Well,
So you guys,
I mean,
how about the
I-
fist? Is that good?
that's fine.
no, I'm saying Rocky's mentally noting not to hand out a 72-hour
yeah, maybe
Dragon
next time I
Slayer
won't
buff.
do that.
It's
I won't do that.
it's blessed for 72 hours. Is what it is.
See,
Which is
Rocky,
so
I thought that
strong.
was intentional because that coincides with when the Festival of the Blazing Sun was going to happen. So I thought you were just
I
thinking
wish I was
ahead.
that smart. Yeah,
I
I
don't.
was drunk.
Oh man, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Always.
Man,
Welcome
I
to
don't know what I
Barovia.
want. I don't know what I want to do. So Jaime is over there, and he can't like do anything again stupid until somebody talks him down, right? So he's just helter skelter. So um, and Disdain checked the room, and it's clear, is what we understand, right?
Yeah, it looks like where people might sleep.
All right, I'm going to kind of, as a half measure, just go to about here.
Okay.
Now, in this room that Jaime's
Hmm.
in, um, this is the room a square? Because I see these cobblestone lines.
You
Is
don't
that
know.
just like a?
He
Okay,
didn't
okay,
tell you what this room has in it. He's like,
okay.
"Oh, you're not gonna believe this."
All right, I want to, like I said, I'll just kind of go here-ish.
Okay.
That way I could get to either room quickly if I had to.
Cool. All right. After Rhogar, it's going to be there's no combatants. Dr. Crawford.
Okay, yeah, I gotta keep the loot going because we're strapped for resources right now. So I'm gonna head 5, 10, and 15, 20, 25. Oh, I can't move it into stands square.
You can still get there. You can do diagonal, can't you, and still reach the chest?
Cost 10.
Oh.
First time you go diagonals 10.
Oh.
30. I'm gonna use my dash action to give me some more movement.
Okay.
Move down to the chest here. Now, I rolled a 21 last time when I saw that chest was safe. He only rolled a 17. I'm thinking I might do another inspection myself just to make sure it's safe. So I'm going to do an investigation on the chest.
That costs an action though.
Correct. Yeah, that would be the end of my turn if I did this.
Yep. Well, you
1d20.
dash to get to where you are, right?
That's an action. Yes.
Dash
So the
is an
bonus,
action.
I got the investigator bonus action where I can do
Correct.
investigations.
You
So-
you can totally do that. No one else can.
Correct. 1d20 plus 8 plus 1d4.
That's racist.
It's classist actually.
It's classist, yeah. That's more of a Marxist issue than a racial one. But okay, so let's. And I'm gonna. I don't think I've used the inspiration that I got from Nico, the bardic inspiration.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna-
haven't.
I'm gonna use that to give myself a little oomph because I'm running low on inspirations on my own right now. So
You can do that after you roll, but before you know the outcome.
Trucker. It's the exact same as the stains.
Well, even though you rolled super low though, so you were investigating it.
Yeah.
It's what he said. Like it looks like it's just locked.
All right. Well, next turn I'll be able to take a crack at it, and if it's trapped, I'll be the one taking the damage at least.
All right. After Dr. Crawford, it's Nico.
Yeah, Dr. Crawford's like, hey, I got a plus 40 with thieves' tools. Yeah, it's just what I do. All right, so Nico is going to. I'm going to do an action and a bonus action to sprint up to Jaime right here
Okay.
behind him. I'm going to grab this guy on the shoulder. Can I talk to him real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Jaime, you're so brave. You're doing so well. You have helped us so much in this last few moments of combat. However, you must consider us as your new wife and children. Is that too hard? Can you
Persuasion.
consider? I will do this, but I'll say, let me do the roll first because I may fall on my face. All right. Let's see. That's not my roll. Come here. Where's my menu at?
It's, it
There
should
it
be.
is.
It's a D20.
There it goes. Oh, did I roll a d20? Look at that. All right, so
Mhm.
24.
Do I want to be generous? I'll be generous.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he says, "Well, I mean, we just met. I mean, I've known Larissa for like 20 years. I mean, you seem
I
nice
understand.
enough, but
I-
you're not really on the same level as my wife. I mean,
And neither should I expect to be, but I'm just saying in this present context, you know what context means, yes?
I'm pretty sure I know what it means.
Perfect. You okay? So we are all friends here. We are helping each other out, but we do not help each other out when we run into blind things that we do not know about. So if you could just protect us with your life as we lay our lives on the line to protect you. Yes.
So I'm getting mixed messages from you, which that is something
They
Larissa
no
does
listen.
sometimes too.
Listen. Okay.
So do you want me to protect you by running forward, or you want me to protect you by hanging at the back?
You
In the
no one
middle.
literally Jaime, I love you. You know I do. You really help me
I
out
feel
on the
like we're
square.
connecting right now.
We are, and I love you very much, but only as one brother to another. Nothing more than that. Don't read into it too
I
much.
agree. It's like a family bond.
It
Got
is
each other for the rest of our lives, no matter what kind of love. That's how I feel
exactly
too.
that, Jaime, and I cannot. You are the first soul that I've encountered in Vallaki that would care about the Vistani the way you do,
Oh,
and
you're
so
a Vistani?
what the fuck, dude? Are we doing this again,
He
dude?
like pushes his pouch like back under his cloak. He's like, I mean, no offense.
Oh, seriously, dude. We're back here. We're back here. We're back here, Rocky. Seriously, dude. Like Jaime knows my whole story, man. How did that happen?
He does
He
not know your
can't.
whole story. Yeah, he does. He does because he was the one that gave you the stuff. No,
He
anyway,
saw me getting
we're
whipped for
good.
the
You're right.
offense.
He's
He's a
right.
guard.
You're
Okay.
right. You're right.
All
He's
right.
good.
Come on. All right. So, Jaime, I'm.
Sorry, old
Jaime,
habits die hard.
yeah, Jaime, I'm only saying that you should be more careful with your steps, brother. We do not want to see you rush into a dark hallway where we are not there to protect you because we can only move 30 feet at a time without burning an action.
Not good
So,
strategy. That's what I hear you saying.
so Jaime, we have got to be reserved but brave at the same time. The first time when I talked to you, this first conversation that I opened with you, you remember, yes, you were standing all the way at the back at the top of the mountain and saying, "Good job, guys," and that is not good for us because we
Yeah,
need your
I
your.
was I was I was not I was kind of being I was kind of being a pussy. I was.
Jaime, I will tell you right now that I have been in many battles and I've never seen a pikemanship as good as yours. You're
I'm
on
pretty
point.
good. My
You
captain
dude,
says I'm shit, but I'm good.
your captain obviously does not know very much. Just from me to you, don't
Don't
tell
let
him
Isaac
this.
hear you say that.
Do not tell him this. Do not tell Isaac this
I
because
won't
I
tell
can.
if you won't tell.
It is all in the family here. But and while we're in this catacomb here, this is very dangerous. So I need you to have your pocket ability at the ready, but not so much at the front.
Well, it
Is that
can
okay?
attack from 10 feet away, so if you want me to stand behind someone, I can attack, and if you think they're more defensive, I can stand behind them.
You know what, Jaime? Since you and I have this bond, how about you just stay at my backside? Because I trust you. You stay when Nico moves, you move. It is as simple as that. And I can tell you, you may say the pike has a 10-foot attack range, but in your hands, I feel like it has more like 20 because you're so good.
Nico Torada, I swear to you, I will stand behind you, and I will oversee your backside for the rest of my life.
Just tell me, just tell me if it is looking bad because I am used to having a firm backside. If I get fat or flabby, you will let me know. Yes,
Wait, what? Anyways,
it
that's
doesn't
good. That's good
matter.
enough. Yeah. Let's just move on.
That'll happen in 6 seconds.
All right. All right. After
Round
Nico,
of
so you
combat.
get a sense that Jaime's willing to scale back a little bit now.
Yeah, awesome. So
All right.
Nico is going to scale back as well. So Rhogar, you're on point, dude. I'm telling you.
Well,
All
why?
right.
Why did? Okay. Well,
It's
about
Why did
Disdain's
myself.
what,
voice.
dude? Dude, listen, Rhogar, dude, your descent cannot be like continue this way. You cannot. You picked me up and carried me like a child from the square when I got whipped, and now you're back on my ass. Get off my ass, dude. I just did wonderful things for us. Shut up.
All right. It's Disdain's turn. What you want to do, buddy?
I'm gonna go there for 30 feet.
You can dash for another 30, up to another 30.
No, I'm just gonna hang here.
Cool. All right.
Sorry, real quick, above table.
Mhm.
Didn't somebody learn a lock pick something, or did I
Knock.
miss that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've got knock,
Okay.
but that's
okay.
a spell slot which I don't have any.
Okay,
Again, for the
I didn't know
Yep,
what's a
yeah,
spell
that's right.
slot. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
All right, so Hame goes, oh, well, based on what you told me, you want me to stand behind you. So he just moves right behind you, gets his pike ready. He goes, but when you get a chance, you should look in that room. It's pretty interesting. All right, after Jaime, it is Rhogar.
Yeah. Okay. I feel bad about Crawford being by himself.
Relax. He'll probably be dead in a minute.
All right, so we don't really have a scale for how big this room is, other than right here's a wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my guy moving on the screen?
Yeah, and I revealed a little too much of the next room, but yeah. And I don't have the grids in the middle of the hall too, but yeah, if you're in either of those two squares, you're in the hall.
Yeah, but right now it looks like a hall. It doesn't seem like there's any connection to the room to the north directly where there's a big table.
So there is, if you look at where my arrow is, this is the open doorway, and this is the open doorway. So I guess Nico,
No,
I
I
guess
gotta see
technically you
this.
could see. Yeah. So hold
Yeah, I was
on.
gonna say, yeah. Let me see what we
All right,
can see.
Nico. So you can look in and you see that it's a room that has more of that.
Now, fuck.
Oh, this is awesome. This is great. It's good news.
All right. So that's all he sees. Nico doesn't see anything north of him.
He actually would see a little bit of that. So let me reveal that too. Good call out.
So that doesn't look as dangerous. All right.
Some kind of dining area. It looks like.
All right. So I can fairly easily go. Is here a doorway like this?
You're in the room at that point.
I'm in the room at this point.
Yep.
But just right here's the door. Then just north of me.
Yep.
All right. So I can.
There's
I
no one
think-
in the room.
Okay, there's nobody in the room.
Shit. I fucked up, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
I fucked up something. So this room actually is not revealed. And what he was talking about was the room to the north. You'll see why later. But that was my bad.
The room to the south looks pretty legit, though.
It's
All right. But Nico and Jaime are in a hallway, right? They're not in the room.
Yeah.
They're in the hallway. Correct.
All right. So
Yeah.
so north is what Jaime was talking about, right?
Correct. He's like, you got to check this out, and it's a bunch of fucking fresh food on the table.
Okay.
And still steaming. Looks like people ate and then left whatever leftovers were left on the table. And then there's some barrels of water and who knows what else up here north of you.
All right. And is there anything to my east, or is that a wall?
To your east is a wall.
Okay, right here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
and
that
then,
was.
and then like I said, it's my first time using this, so forgive me.
No, you're
So
fine.
there is, if you were back in the hallway, there is a big chamber at the end of the hallway to the east.
All right, but and I'm sorry, can you guys see my guy moving around right now
Yep.
in circles? So right here though, that's a wall.
We can only see him if you plant him somewhere.
Okay. So
That's a wall.
Okay. All right. Well, that was my 30 feet. I guess what I'm gonna do now then, and if I do dash, I can just
You
move
get another
30 more.
30 feet, but you give up your action.
Yeah, it's fun. So I just want to dash back to here.
Yep.
Just be kind of, because I know we cheated, but I think the doorway's right here.
So, well, not only is it the doorway there, but you can actually see into this next big chamber from there, and you see what looks like some type of statue in the next big chamber.
No shit, I ain't touching it. All right, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Yeah. Let me show you what that statue looks like. I don't know if you can see that.
I know what it is, so I don't need to see it.
All right. So after Rhogar, it is back to Dr. Crawford.
I need a quick 2 minute.
Go do your thing.
Sure thing, bud. Okay. I'm gonna risk it. I am feeling particularly crazy right now. I'm gonna do a Thieves' Tools test on that chest.
Okay.
It's 1d20 plus 10 plus 1d4. 27.
Click. Opens. You get to roll on the treasure table again.
Okay. Roll one. I don't have any inspiration, so I gotta take whatever I can just get this time. 4. Yeah.
What's the 4?
Yeah, Cloak of Protection,
Cloak
which
of
is plus
Protection,
1 armor
plus 1.
class. All right.
Good for
I'm putting
you.
that on right now.
Nice.
So, Dr. Crawford, you are now sitting at a 17 armor class, according to my calculation.
Yes, sir, Bob.
You're a beefy boy.
Just chonky.
All right. You want to use any of your movement?
I was in a second. I'm just adding to my sheet so I don't forget. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so that chest is done. I'm going to move 5 and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh yeah, I can dash as a bonus action because I'm a rogue. I'm going to move 5 and 10, 15, 20. Whoa! Did I do
Sorry,
that?
I'm trying to move the map so the hallway's centered on the grids,
Okay, all right.
but I'm failing, so I'm gonna stop. That'll do.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we good?
Oh no, I fucked it up. Hold on, let me fix it.
All right. Let me know when you're confident you want me to keep moving.
There we go. We're good.
Okay. I'm going to move 25 and 30 down just south of High Bay.
Okay.
Now, I don't think I can see into that room from where I'm standing. If I understand
So there's no access to the room to the south. There's only, you can see to the east, a big chamber that has a statue in it.
All right, so that's my turn, I think.
Okay. After Dr. Crawford is Nico.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, it's Nico's turn. Dr. Crawford got a cloak of protection plus 1 out of the chest and moved up to the hallway with the rest of you.
Okay, cool. Grats, man.
Yeah, that's boosting that armor class. I'm sitting how much on the front lines. That's good.
Yeah, I don't think Nico's going to do anything here, man.
No, God.
Stay.
Yeah, I'm staying.
Cool. All right, after Nico is Disdain.
Yeah, I'm moving ahead. Because 30 feet's actually exactly where Rhogar is. I would move ahead of him, but
Okay. All right, after Disdain moves, it is now Jaime's turn. Jaime says, I'm staying behind you, brother. And like winks at you, Nico.
Thank you,
That's
brother.
Does he pat him on the butt a little bit? All
A
right.
little butt pat. Rhogar's turn.
It's a
Yeah.
bromance. I'm not going to lie. It is a bromance.
I'm gonna cautiously at least step to here. That's 10 feet.
Okay.
And see what else I can see in the room.
So when you step there, it reveals a little bit more of the room. It's a huge chamber. You see some what looks to be maybe empty jail cells on the east. Let me adjust the vision for the people who might be watching the video. You see a massive, like 5 times the size of the one you guys saw in Death House, a massive statue of Strahd. It's not complete. There's still some rough parts that haven't been figured out yet, but it's clearly a statue of Strahd.
There's no shiny orb in this hand
No
or
orb.
anything.
He actually has a glass of
Okay.
wine in his hand. And then you see the northern part of the chamber. You see the southern part of the chamber. There's some other doors that are closed to the south. And then you see that's kind of all you see from where you are.
Okay. And so south. Okay. So to the far side or jail cell to the south is just kind of like
There's doors.
okay. So I'm gonna go kind of here-ish. That
Okay.
should be
That
my
will reveal
30.
a lot more.
Okay. That should be my 30 feet. Okay.
Okay. So you, from there, you see a lot more. You see into the chamber to the west, and in that chamber, you see, uh, choo, choo, choo.
Health is
And,
odd.
and just so I'm clear, from where Disdain and them are, they can't go directly south to that chamber. They have to go the way I went, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That was just an oopsie from earlier.
Yeah, that
Got
was
it.
my oops. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So when you look into that chamber, bro, you see not only one cultist, you actually see multiple cultists,
Uh-huh.
and you see uh, the woman from the city square, and she's standing at
Dude.
the opposite end of the chapter of the room. And
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna roll to see if Diamora and these cultists see you.
I
I am.
remember I did say cautiously and
You did.
sneakily.
Why don't we do this? Let's do a sneak roll from you first.
Uh,
Disadvantage if you don't have it.
I have +1 to stealth. Is that what you're talking about?
No disadvantage because you don't have
But
it.
do you have it as a skill?
Not proficient.
Proficiency. The dot
Yeah.
would be filled in if you have the
Dot
proficiency.
filled in dot.
No filled in dot.
Then
Awesome.
disadvantage.
You have a bardic inspiration, sir. Also,
Alright, so
And you have 1d4 from the bless.
yeah. Slash
it's all hands on
One,
deck here,
one.
man.
plus 1d4. And I just have to roll that twice, right?
Right.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
So can I use an inspiration and just wipe that off the board, or does it stay?
You certainly can.
It's
Yeah,
still at disadvantage, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because that
You just roll again and take the higher of the two.
okay, let's do that then. That was just yeah.
Terrible.
Rock is terrible.
Alright. That's a little
There
better.
it is. Better.
A little bit better.
All right.
Yeah,
Now
a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
roll. I'm gonna roll a perception for the cultist. I'm gonna roll a perception for her. Cultist.
It's gonna be
Nope.
it's gonna be
Cultist.
it's gonna
The
be
cultists don't notice you,
it's gonna be bad if I get mind controlled. Is all I'm telling for you guys.
and she does not beat it either. So you
Thank
are
God.
Yes. Thank
you were
God.
able to sneak through C, and they don't see you.
Yeah.
All right. Next in the order is going to be. I am though going to add her. I am going to add her to the initiative order. So hold on
Yeah.
a second. Let's see. Which 5, very low. She's a combatant 2. She's a 5. Okay. All right. So after Rhogar, though, it is going to be. They don't see anything, and Rhogar, what you see is they're casting some type of spell. The runes are kind of lit up. She's like preaching to them about the power of devils and how the devils will show us the way, and they're all like in ecstasy listening to her message, but they don't notice you because of those rolls. All right, after that it is Dr. Crawford.
Can I just before he goes? Can I just kind of give like a fist and
Sure.
like
Hold up.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to move up 5, 10,
Rhogar's a military guy. I mean, come on.
20,
That is true, man. That's
25,
awesome.
30. So I'm in the room. I'm going to make an investigation check in this room. Like, no, actually, on the statue of Strahd specifically.
There it is.
I want to see if there's anything out of the ordinary about this, or if it's just a fucking statue.
Okay.
So, this is my bonus action. Plus 8, plus 1d4. 26.
They are trying to do what the cultist at the Durst household did at a much bigger scale, but there's nothing that you can see that's magical about the statue at this point. Like, it's just a massive statue.
Okay.
That's not complete. Like, they're not completely done making it look good yet.
So when you said they're trying to do what the cultists at the Durst are doing, you mean like constructing like a place to
a
worship?
statue. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, so that's my action. Well, that's my movement. That's my bonus action. I've got an action left. Let's see here. Where is... So the entrance... So that room to our left, there's no entrance in the area where Rhogar and I are, right? We would have to go to the right through that staircase, then go down and to the left to get into there, right?
Right.
Okay, so all we got to do is just not tip them off that we're in here is all. So, shit. That doesn't sound like a dash is the best thing for me to do that. I'm wondering if it might be best if I just end my turn. Because if I dash, that's not stealthy. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to end my turn because I did the investigation and I moved in. So,
all right. After Dr. Crawford is Nico.
So what did Crawford actually get from the statue?
More information. This area we're in, they're basically trying to do what the Gustav family did, where they're like creating a statue of Strahd where they worship around it and that kind of stuff. It's a cult for them. They're worshiping Strahd, basically.
But this statue, as far as we know so far, it does not have any magical properties.
Correct. We don't have to worry about a repeat of the Baron incident.
Oh, perfect. Love it. Love it. Love
which
it.
Enos might have cause to be extra cautious about.
Dude, I am really cautious about it. Guys, there's not a lot I can do here, honestly, man, except be prepped to defend myself with my brosif at my backside here.
He's so stupid.
I'm just telling you, I didn't have any spell slots. Why am I fucking stupid for that?
I actually like what he's doing because this is a way for him to use his persuasion in a dungeon. This is actually kind of genius, I think.
Listen, why am I stupid? Please defend.
Just go.
Okay, so Nico's going to burn his fucking sprint and get in the middle of this circle right here. And we're going to really figure out what the fuck's going on. Let's get in here.
You can't go that way.
Gotta go
Let's
around.
get in here. No, dude, I went around. Dude, I burned my movement and then
5,
I burned
10,
my
15, 20,
bonus
25,
action.
30, 35,
Yeah,
40.
just
Okay,
do a
he's
hook.
right.
I'm right here.
He could do it.
Guys, I'm right
Dude,
here.
No,
let's get it done.
No.
Let's get it done.
No.
I don't want to be
No.
stupid. Fuck
Apologize to him, bro.
you, Fuck you, dude. All right, so I'm gonna get up here above. I'm gonna get up here above the doctor, and I'm gonna chill.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, cool. After Nico is
Fucker.
Disdain.
I can feel the love.
I'm going out to hang out with these guys in Tennessee after this fucking
Dude, y'all need to check
vaccine
out.
happens, and I can't wait.
Y'all need to. Dude, y'all need to check out Officer Chat real quick, dude, in Discord, dude. That's hot. It's lit.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall.
Disdain's moving forward. All right. Anything else, buddy? Are you talking to Disdain? Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I just moved there, and I'm just gonna hold my action. I'm not gonna do much.
All right. All right. After Disdain, it is going to be Rhogar's turn.
All right, so
They don't see you.
yeah, I know that. It's just I'm not moving here. I'm just asking a question. Like,
Mhm.
if right here to my west is that a wall?
It's a door.
This is the door.
Yeah, that's the door right there. My bad.
Okay, I'm so confused. What did you
Yeah.
say?
So where you're standing right there, that's the door.
Okay, so that is the door. So they
Yep.
will definitely see me if I go there. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, is this another door? Or I just move my dude?
No. So if you go here, that's a door.
All right,
If you
show
go
me.
here, that's a door.
Sorry, let me look at your screen. Go ahead, say it
Can you?
again.
Well, oh, sorry. So can you see the mouse?
Yeah, I can see you. I was just on the other
Okay.
screen. Go ahead.
All right. So that's a door.
Uh huh.
All right. That's a door. And
Uh huh.
then this is a door.
Okay.
Or
All
sorry,
right. That.
this is a door right here.
All right.
And that's my bad.
Hmm.
I did not make the maps make sense when I
So
when I
it's
explained
basically
this.
like a demonic convention center. Like there's like
Kinda.
3 sets of doors here, man. It's
Yeah.
just all in.
You don't
Sounds
know
good.
what these rooms are about here, but you know that this room's got her and the cultists, and they're chanting and casting some kind of spell, and the runes
All
are
right.
starting to glow.
The runes are starting to glow.
Hmm.
And who is saying the words? She's preaching at them, but they're
She's
saying the
preaching
words.
at them while they're saying the words.
Okay. Okay. Um. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm getting close, man. I'm right there, dude. I think I've got it. I've got something. You go.
All right. Let's see. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay. Above the table. I'm sorry, Rocky. D- uh, you guys help me. Did she not do some kind of mind control thingy? Or am I crazy? I don't remember.
What was the question? I'm sorry, Wheezy.
The first time we fought her, did she not do some sort of mind
She
control?
casted a spell called Command on you, or she tried to. I think you passed your wisdom save.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's gonna be bad for you, you guys. Um,
So command, I think, is a one-word command kind of spell, like flee or attack or stuff like that. She can't say like kill your friends.
all right.
So
Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. Hang on.
that's suggestion.
All right.
Well, she might have. Fuck, I don't know.
Want to buy mass suggestion for sure.
Yeah, 6th level. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's gonna take a second. I apologize.
Sure.
Like, do we need to initiate tonight, guys? It's like 1:45 here for me.
Oh shit, you're fading.
Yeah, it's
Do you guys want to take a break then and pick this up next session then?
I don't care either.
We can-
Whatever you guys want to do.
We'll call it there. We'll call it there. It starts with wheezing. Next session.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then next session we see what happens with you guys and the cultists.
Cliffhanger.
And that is where I'll stop the